Some of the content of Patriots Unfiltered may not be suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
The world's original podcast.
Welcome to Patriots Unfiltered.
My public apology for not picking the Patriots this week. I sincerely regret my actions. What do you think about that strength of victory?
I don't really care.
I don't really care about any of this.
To calculate that now is a waste of everybody's time.
But people make it a point, they've got an easy schedule.
They do.
You know, so.
Because they do. Not compared to Buffalo, because they have an easy schedule too. They're in the same division. That doesn't matter. It's who you played.
Well, that's how you get your strength of victory.
No. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then let's move on.
Kind of.
Why?
But
Just because he understands. Because I don't understand.
Very elitist. And for the record, Travis, that took me 5 minutes to put together. I don't need men trying to manage my time.
I don't need to mansplain how I put this
even manage my time during my work.
these people now, they're just acting like they were on the bandwagon.
They don't
from day
acknowledge
one.
it.
Yeah, and I'm not for that.
Well,
like,
is there a chance that the time that
I'm not trying to hear that.
we've all been wrong.
So has Brady officially retired?
I guess.
I think that was that big thing we did last year, right?
This is Patriots Unfiltered.
Presented by Toyota's official website for deals, buyatoyota.com.
All right, welcome to Patriots Unfiltered. It's Wednesday here at Gillette Stadium. It's Paul, it's Deuce. We'll have a full crew eventually, but it's a crazy day here. For us, it's like a Wednesday, Thursday, because it's our turn the page day, but we'll also be doing our picks today because we have the game tomorrow. We'll also be going to Gronk, who is signing a contract to retire as a Patriot officially. We'll do that at 12:15 today. So we've got that going on. So
Some of you might have thought that we already had Gronk here, based on Mike's
It's a
attire.
Jack Westover replica from the summer. No, just kidding. It's a Gronk jersey for my fan.
So you get your uppers on? Oh, those are just your big shoulders.
My giant shoulders.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
It's a great shirt, and I don't get a chance to wear it enough anymore. So I apologize to Megan O'Brien if she's watching. Sorry, Megan Connolly / Meg Morant.
Right.
But no, good chance to bust out the old jersey. You know, hey, I hope it makes some people mad. I know people get mad when grown men wear jerseys. Ridiculous.
I don't know, mad, but
Yeah, I don't know
They'll
if
be
mad
mad.
would be the
Oh, they'll
right
be
word.
just disgusted.
Disgusted.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Anyway, so we've got a lot to talk about. We'll start with, and just remember, 12:15, we're going to Gronk.
Yeah.
Assuming he's on time, which you never know with him.
No.
But let's turn the page to the New York Jets. We're going to do that. They're in trouble. I mean, they don't have anyone left. It's Breece Hall or bust.
Did I weigh you down yesterday?
You wore me down.
I didn't mean to.
You know how I try to give every opponent in the Bill Belichick style their due. You don't want to overlook anyone. But I mean, even on defense, which was the only thing kind of holding them together up to this point, they didn't even have that other cornerback.
They shipped off a lot of good players. Look, it's going to be year 16 of a 32-year rebuild, I guess. I mean, and listen, it's 15 years since they made the playoffs. There was a Sam Darnold attempt. There was a Zach Wilson attempt. There's going to be another attempt. I don't know who it's going to be. They're going to more than likely pick somebody in the top 5 of the upcoming draft. They did make some moves that I think are going to give them a stockpile, but if you're a Jets fan, you got to think to yourself, if I nail it, even with the quarterback, I'm probably still at least 2 years away from being a playoff team. There's not much left here. So I agree with Fred. It's tough. It's a tough pill to swallow for the Jets fans right now.
How disciplined do you think they can be with that amount of high draft capital? We talk all the time at the top. You kind of get stuck with who the quarterbacks are in that draft. And let's say they come to whatever it is. Let's say the 3rd overall pick, and it's the top-ranked quarterback in the class, but they don't really love him. And they know they have more picks later. They know they have more first-rounders next year. Do you have to take the consensus number 1 quarterback? Or,
No.
Can you be a little bit more?
It's funny because I stopped Barth because Catch-22 just got over, and I stopped Barth before he left. I said, give me the top 3 prospects of this draft.
Yeah.
And they were all defense.
Yeah.
He said, this is a defense draft.
Yeah, this sounds like I've heard a couple things.
So I think the Jets, because they've been burned doing the opposite. They've done the Zach Wilson.
Right, Zach Wilson's
so
great,
I unless they really, really like the guy, I don't think that they'll take him. it's been a disappointing quarterback class. It's not without talent, but they haven't really performed. I think you could talk yourself into a couple of guys, but if I were the Jets, I wouldn't be trying to talk myself into anybody. If there's someone that they love, if it's Dante Moore or, Mendoza from Indiana or whoever, like Lenoris Sellers, whoever it is, if you love them, by all means, take them. But I think to your point, and again, I keep using that one draft that they had the 3 first-round picks, and they hit on all 3 of them. And it doesn't matter.
It's not a quarterback.
Because when you took the quarterback, you didn't hit on the quarterback.
Yeah.
In retrospect, you if you're a Jets fan, you wish you held on to Sam Darnold and you put some support system around him with coaching.
Figured out how
and
to
whatnot.
coach him. I used to call the Jets the New Jersey cockroaches, and that was a compliment actually because they just never went away.
You could never kill them.
They kept coming back, but now they've
as a
lost that
franchise?
moniker. They are no longer the New Jersey cockroaches. They've gone away.
Yeah.
So, Mike, even I'm just looking at their depth chart right now, right?
Go through it.
And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rookies from their draft class starting.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not telling you they're
Just on defense.
Well, no, there's 3 on offense, 3 on
Okay.
defense.
All right.
They're not all. I mean, I think Armand Membu has been pretty good for them at right tackle. Mason Taylor has been a pretty good tight end for them. Arian Smith hasn't really done much. He's going to be one of their frontline wide receivers. He's starting because Garrett Wilson's hurt. Let's call it like it is. But it just illustrates, even when you think you have some good players, it doesn't matter if you don't do it all well.
Right.
Their coaching hasn't been good. I was listening to an interview this morning on one of my shows, Freddie, coming in, and there was a question asked, if Mike Vrabel was the Jets coach, do you think it would have made a difference? And the guy, stopped the question in the middle. He goes, oh, absolutely. They'd have 2 or 3 more wins. They've really shown the inexperience of Aaron Glenn has really shown it at key times in games where he's mismanaged the clock or a situation, sort of a mindset. This guy, I think it was Zach Rosenblatt from The Athletic. I think that was the gentleman who was on. He said they would have at least 2 more wins if they had better coaching.
Yeah.
Has Fireman Ed left the building?
I'm sure he has.
Comes
For the,
and goes.
for the,
He's
for
probably
the
on
5th
the way
time.
out right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I was a Jets fan right now, I would be looking at all these quarterbacks over the next 2 drafts and being like, who do I absolutely love? And I mean, even the Patriots I don't want to say they got stuck with Drake May, but that's how it worked out for the Patriots.
Or who do I package and try to poach from another team?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't the draft is the best way to do it.
Yeah,
if there's
that's
a
good point.
But
that's what I would do.
It's not
Fred.
the only way.
But what if let's
That's
say they
what
don't
I'd
get
be
the
looking to
first
do.
overall pick?
Yeah.
You have the ability now to say if you really love a quarterback who's probably going to go first overall, you have the package now
You
to
have
try to
it.
make a
You
move
can
for
get
that
him,
guy.
but you have to
if
love
you really
him.
believe it, right?
Right.
Well, so that's the draft thing. So I don't really think they'll need to do that in the draft because they're going to pick in the top whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
true.
You know, they have as much of a chance of picking number 1 overall as anybody else.
Yeah, we're going to help them out with that tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance they're going to go 3-14 or something, close to that. Although in true Jets fashion, they'll probably end up with 5 wins. I go the Fred route. I look around and try to find a guy, and I'm not saying this particular guy, but Mac Jones has played reasonably well for the Niners, right? I would target a guy like that, someone's backup.
Imagine that.
No, it wouldn't be
Mac Jones back in the AFC East.
I don't think it would be Mac Jones. I think you've sort of seen him in the elements. I don't think that would be a smart move for the Jets. But you understand
That type of player.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with your line of thinking.
Or maybe Purdy. Maybe the 49ers want to keep Jones and you go after Brock Purdy. I don't know.
Yeah. See, I would have the same sort of reluctance in the weather with both of those guys. I think they don't have the strongest arms. And I would worry about it, but yeah, that's the kind of move I'd be looking to make.
Use my draft stopgap kind of thing.
Use my draft picks, and it could be a stopgap, but it doesn't have to be. I mean, those guys are young-ish. I don't think Seattle probably looks right now at Sam Darnold as a stopgap.
No,
I don't think Indianapolis is looking at Daniel Jones as a stopgap.
You feel like Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold have maybe change the conversation a little bit about some of those kind of moves
I
where
do.
some of these guys get cast off a couple times and most people write them off for dead, but you've seen now a couple different guys. I mean, it still seems rare to me that generally a guy fails. I don't think he's going to be able to play, but they're really good stories for the league. And I don't really feel yet like it's become a thing of now, like, not Gardner Minshew, but maybe 5 years ago, Gardner Minshew. Like those kind of guys are like, I don't know if you just
Whatever
give him the
happened to him?
chance.
Well,
Got to be a backup.
See,
somewhere.
he never really had any success, but like Geno Smith, Sam Darnold,
there you go, Geno.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones right now,
Even
Baker
Kirk Cousins
Mayfield
for a while. Yeah.
Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins, I would put in a different category because he kind of had some success with Washington. Then he went to Minnesota and continued to have success.
Right.
But
Yeah.
You don't have to have. You don't have to draft a guy if you can figure out a way. If you don't love a guy, now the way to do it is what the Patriots did. You get a guy that you like, you take him in the draft, you develop him, and hopefully he hits. That's the way. That's the best way to do it.
What about
in my
Trevor
view.
Lawrence?
So I think Evan brought up Trevor Lawrence last week. I'd be absolutely invested in
That's the
something
kinda guy,
like
right?
that.
Yeah.
Gardner Minshew's on Kansas City.
Oh, I thought he was
okay.
about to say
Wow.
Gardner Minshew's on line one.
Yeah. Wow.
That's usually the call we get in the postgame show when they're like, Pop Douglas is on the line.
Right.
But the
Gardner
down
Minshew's
list
calling in.
is we have Gardner Minshew.
How do you not know where I am? I had to call in. But yeah, it's in terms of the game though. I mean, I think it's like we said, got to be good in the margins. You got to be solid. You can't give up special team scores. You can't have dumb little mistakes. I was joking with a guy this morning. I said this game was meant for Anthony Jennings. Time to shine, Anthony Jennings, like a lightly used run-stopping edge player. He's got some fresh legs. I'd put him out there a lot, but stop the run. That's going to be a big part of it. They were very.
Harold
But
Landry a
it
little
sounds
bit
like
of a
that's
rest
all
this
you
week.
have to do is
I
stop
mean,
the run.
But I think, to Evan's point
Well,
yesterday.
they threw the
it's
ball 11
yeah.
times. A lot of
Yeah.
people have been fixated on the amount of yards the Jets they only threw it 11 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like an NFL game.
Yeah, they just do a lot of different stuff, with the quarterback, and it's going to be a challenge for the Patriots' run defense, just in the different stuff that they're going to
Well,
see.
I mean, Justin Fields, he hasn't shown anything as a thrower in
No.
this league.
No, if I were the Jets, if I were Tanner Engstrand, I think that's how he pronounces his name, the former Lions tight pants guy, I would put on the tape. Mike and I have talked about this for about 2 weeks of the Monday Night Football game here when Chicago came in and beat the Patriots when Mac Jones was still here. And it wasn't, drop back conventional passing, but he threw the ball well enough that night and he ran like Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
That's the game plan I would try to see if the Patriots can deal with. So not just we're going to line up and run Breece Hall 25 times between the tackles and see maybe it's a fluke that the Patriots run defense is number one in the league. I'm not going
After
to
10 games.
I'm not going to do that. I'm
Yeah.
going to try to run in different ways and see if I can utilize the dual threat that Fields can have. Now, he hasn't been a dual threat guy because he can only run.
Yeah.
But you never know. It only takes one night.
It's funny, I remember about that game is going into the game, we were talking about why aren't they running Fields more? Why aren't they designing runs for him? That was like the narrative going in because Chicago, I don't think they'd won a game to that point. Maybe they won, but they had really struggled. Fields had really struggled, and you're looking at him. There's a couple good plays with his feet. We get into this game against the Patriots here, and that
And it
was when they
seemed-
decided.
That was
to do
one of
it.
the
And
best games he's
It was
played.
the second half that he started running,
It was
right?
the whole game.
I
But
think
was
really,
it the whole
yeah.
game?
Yeah.
I thought like it was kind of close, and then he started.
Oh, it was close because
Yeah.
do you remember? Do you
Let's
want me to
go-
do
let's
this?
go down this.
Yeah,
this-
no, you might as
this
well. That's
black hole.
why you're here, Paul.
That's why you're here.
I really don't provide anything else. You are right.
It's just your memory of random games.
That was the Bailey Zappi off the bench game
Oh, right.
when they were booing Mac and
Oh,
he came
okay,
back
yeah.
from the injury.
All
He
right.
threw a
Yeah,
pick early.
right,
so the
right,
Patriots
right.
fell behind, I want to say 14-0. Bailey Zappi comes in, he throws like a bomb to Jacoby Myers, I think. They ended up with 14 quick points, and then Zappi started turning it over in the second half, for offensively, Chicago was pretty good the whole game.
Okay.
33-14. I mean,
Yeah, it ended up being a blowout in the second half, but I believe it was 14-14,
Yeah.
probably late in the first half.
Yeah. I just remember, from my recollection, which isn't as good as yours, it just, the second half,
It got out of hand.
We couldn't stop him.
I think Zappi had a couple of balls tipped at the line.
Yeah.
I think he had a pick. They
Yeah.
turned it over a little bit. But that was the Zappi fever game. Like,
That right.
give me some Zappi.
Oh, that's when it started. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, so like I said at the beginning, I try to not overlook any opponent. It's any given Sunday. They could all be tough. The Patriots will have to do a lot of dumb things to lose this game.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
And that's what Cleveland did too. And Cleveland's not half as good as the Patriots.
And they still almost won the game.
And it was still fairly close.
So I would just say, I mentioned this yesterday. I did a little research on the Thursday nights. So the one thing that Fred and I have been hammering is the division game on a Thursday night. They always kind of tend to be a little closer. So I would say this is week 11. So there's been 10 Thursday night games. I'm only going to count 9 because I don't count the first one. Because that's not really a Thursday night game. That's the season opener.
Yep.
So it's not a short week, in other words. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So 9 Thursday night games, 6 of them have been division games so far.
So good.
Okay.
Good data set.
So they do often pit division opponents against each other on these Thursday nights. 4 out of the 6 were decided by 3 points or less. 3 points or less, not even a touchdown. Seattle 23-20 over Arizona. San Francisco 26-23 over the Rams in overtime. Cincinnati 33-31 over Pittsburgh. Denver 10-7 over the Raiders. The other 2 games,
Dallas and
Buffalo beat Miami 31-21 with a field goal in the last 30 seconds to make it a 2-score game. That game was close.
Yeah.
Tua threw a late pick, which Buffalo ended up running out the clock, kicking a field goal to get the 2-score lead. That game was close throughout. And the other game was the Giants beating Philadelphia, which it wasn't close. It was 34-17, but it was a major upset.
Right.
It was the Giants beating Philadelphia. So to Fred's point, these Thursday night games sometimes they're a little screwy.
Yeah.
I didn't count the Dallas-Philly game because that was the season opener. And I could have counted that because that was a 24-20 game. That's another one that would have added to my data here, but I don't really consider that a Thursday night game because it was the opener and no one was on a short week.
Yeah, it dovetails nice with what I said yesterday about the Jets, except for those 2 games. They're all been 1-score games. Win or loss, average margin of defeat under 4. So they played in some of these tight games as well. I just think fast start, try to take their run game out of it, put some points on the board. One of the rookies you didn't mention, Thomas, the cornerback, Azare, I believe is how you pronounce it, but he's kind of who stepped in for Sauce. He did not practice yesterday too, so they're going to be digging even
Will
deeper
McDonald
into their depth
did
chart.
come back to practice.
Will McDonald did, so we'll see. He's a good player. I mean, Evan talked about him. Bunch of pressures. I think 4 sacks last week. Yesterday, some of the players were talking about him in the locker room.
He had 3 sacks against the Patriots last year in that Thursday night game.
Yeah, I think the first quarter will dictate this game.
I agree, Freddie.
Well, get a couple scores, because you can see how it would all unfold. You make a couple mistakes, the Jets are up 7-0. Their run game is now everything's on the table for them. It's the Patriots can stay in control, put points on the board, maybe try to force them to throw the ball.
You go up a couple scores, they're done because they're going to have to throw and they can't. So
not that I would suggest the Patriots ever do this anyway, but this is not the week to allow the other team's opening script to be flawlessly executed to let them go up 7-0.
Well, according to your guy, Patriots are cheating. Did you hear about that?
I did not.
No, your guy was insinuating that it's a little fishy that
my guy?
Your main guy.
Felger?
Yeah, your bread
Felger
butter.
Maz?
Yeah.
They said that they're cheating?
He didn't say the word, but he said, it's kind of weird that they always let up that initial touchdown, then all of a sudden they clamp down, and
He really is something else.
Are you saying that they're? Well, I didn't say
no,
that.
No,
I didn't say that.
No, I didn't say it.
So,
yikes!
But come on.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Come on.
Yeah,
he is beautiful. I look forward to the butt whooping I'm going to take from those 2 today after last week. Yeah.
Why?
Because everything I said, actually, the opposite happened.
Oh,
so
that's rare, though.
You said that. Well,
I was talking about Buffalo, and they go out and lose to Miami, and yeah.
Oh, right.
I'll take my medicine. I'll take my medicine like a big boy today.
That's all right.
Any word from Gronk, Matt?
They are on the move, apparently.
They're on the move.
On the move.
Gronk is on the move.
So
Gronk
momentarily. I don't want to get you on the phone. I see everybody holding on, but I don't want to get you on because you're going to get cut off by Gronk. But we do have Francisco, who is our our soothsayer,
Correct.
the great Francisco.
Much respect.
I'm going to name him the great Francisco, and I'm eager to see if he has a prediction for this game, but I don't want to get to him until after Gronk. So if you guys...
I wouldn't waste one in a game like this, but...
I know, right?
All right, let's go quick. If we get cut off, Francisco, you can call back. What's up, Francisco?
What's going on?
Hey.
All right. So, I'll just try to keep it short and sweet. Today's special. I like growing up, I was 10, 11 when we drafted Gronk. So, and he became my favorite player of all time. So when it broke me when he came out of retirement and we traded him. But with that being said, I don't know how specific we want to go. I've got a take and then I've got a bold take. So I've got
Mr. Kraft is at the stadium.
and Carlton Davis.
Okay, well, hold on. You can call back. You want to call? Just call back. Call back after Gronk.
I say good afternoon, everyone, and today we're going to celebrate one of the greatest ever to wear our Patriots uniform in Rob Gronkowski. His energy, talent, and infectious joy, like we just saw, lit up the stadium and inspired Patriots nations for nearly a decade. Like fans everywhere, I personally loved Gronk, and I treasured the unforgettable moments we shared. In my opinion, he's actually one of a kind. I don't think he's ever had a bad day. And if there's an afterlife, I think we'd all like to come back as Gronk. Just a personal opinion. But next year, Gronk becomes eligible for the Patriots Hall of Fame. And I'm pretty confident our fans will make him a first ballot suggestion. I had planned to include in his one-day contract. By the way, since we play the Jets tomorrow night, how about a two-day contract?
Let's do it.
Okay.
What's the signing bonus?
Nothing's changed. So this one-day contract and our ceremony today make sure he officially retires a Patriot. I had planned to do that when we did the ceremony, hopefully putting him in the Patriots Hall of Fame. We would have done that contract then. And as we all know, his on-field dominance and clutch performances were legendary. And his larger-than-life personality and connections with the fan has truly made him a New England icon. A few months ago, Rob returned to Boston to help dedicate the playground he funded on the Esplanade. At that event, a young lady by the name of Susan Hurley, a beloved friend of Rob's and our organization, she was a former Patriots cheerleader, and she had cancer, unfortunately, and was very ill with it. And one of her last requests, right at the ceremony donating this playground, she said she wanted Rob to retire as a Patriot. And I think I've heard that from fans everywhere, and I explained to them how we had planned to do it. But we decided to call an audible because of Susan's request and fulfill it right away and not make it part of that ceremony. Now, Gronk still works on Sundays, so we chose our first primetime game to welcome him back and allow fans to show their appreciation for him. So thank you, Susan. Although she won't be with us physically, she'll be with us spiritually. And we believe she's in our presence now. So on behalf of my family, the Patriots organization, fans everywhere, it's my honor to welcome back number 87, our champion Hall of Famer and great Patriot Rob Gronkowski. So we should come and formalize an agreement. Does anyone have any cash here so we get the signing bonus?
Straight cash, no taxes. I'll take a briefcase. Actually, I'll just take the plane.
You're so understated.
You guys can come with me. Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Kraft, for the kind and wonderful words. And this means a lot to me, big time, because I'm a New England Patriot. I'm a Patriot for life. My career started here at 100%. Needed to end here. There's no doubt about that. I mean, the whole Gronk persona, everything about myself was all because of you guys, was all because of the fans here in New England, was all because of my teammates accepting me. And everyone else here, you know, just accepting who I was from the very beginning and embracing it and letting me just play the game of football out on the football field. And everything established about my football career began here, here in New England as a Patriot. So it was an absolute no-brainer to come here and retire as a Patriot. And like Mr. Kraft said, we had plans to do that, you know, typically, you know, if you're going to go in the Patriots Hall of Fame, you know, crossing my fingers it happens in the future, and sign the one-day deal there. But with the audible that Mr. Kraft just talked about, with the playground opening 2 months ago, which was very special to me because I actually, when I first retired here as a Patriot, I wanted to give back to the community, and that's when that idea to open the playground came about with Susan Hurley right there. About a month after I retired, I said, hey, you know, I got the Gronk Nation Youth Foundation. We gained a lot of money into. We built up, you know, over $1 million. Let's give it now back to the city of Boston. And that's when the idea first started. And now it's all a full circle moment with it opening up. It took about 5-6 years, you know, with that progress to open it up because of all, you know, the contracts and all the bills that got to pass and all that nonsense. But it happened for the, you know, at the right time for the right reason. And then Susan, while we were there, you know, brought up, hey, like Mr. Kraft said, I would love to see you retire as a Patriot, and now we made that audible, and we are here today to do this one-day contract, which I think it's very reasonable. I think it's the right play to do it as well today, and it couldn't have been a better situation this week, Thursday Night Football versus the Jets tomorrow night, and to be back here in Foxborough is a blessing and an honor, and it's always a privilege to come here, and it brings back so many memories, you know, throughout my career, just seeing a couple guys, David Andrews, Brian Hoyer threw me my first touchdown pass, you know, when it wasn't a regular season game, it was a preseason game. And doesn't matter, he got the ball rolling for me. He believed in me, and then Tom saw that pass that he threw to me, so then Tom wanted to throw me some touchdowns the next game. In that Rams preseason game when I dragged Laurinaitis 5 yards, who was the WWE champion at the time, but I showed him that I'm here to drop some elbows. But we got Jimbo over there, still trainer, man, still the head trainer here. I mean, I gave him hell, yeah, but he's still here to support me. That's why I love the guy. And Nancy fell asleep. All that rumors out there about me taking the visit here, it was on Nancy's desk that I fell asleep on. And she's retiring here this year, and she's a Patriot for life, been here forever. So it's a full circle moment, and seeing a lot of you familiar faces here as well. Mike Reese, you know, likes his Reese Pieces. That's our saying. We've been saying for a long time. But yeah, I appreciate the Kraft family, the Patriots Foundation, and just everyone here today for this wonderful opportunity.
We'll open up for a couple questions. Rod, what's your vision for the statue out front?
Tom's statue? It's beautiful.
Yours?
Yeah, Tom's one of a kind. Like Tom, I don't. You're throwing me on the spot like that. Mind if you put one, just put me in the end zone and me tiny, because Tom is one of a kind, the greatest. He played for 20 plus years here. I think that the only statue to be deserved here is Tom Brady. I mean, so I just will honor it and take pictures next to it.
Rob, a moment like this obviously leads to reflection on moments in your playing career. What are some of the moments that stand out to you from your playing career here that mean the most to you?
Well, I already talked about some of them, with Hoyer throwing me my first touchdown pass, but winning my first Super Bowl here, that was always the ultimate goal, was to win a Super Bowl. And that first one will always be my favorite one. And just the feeling and the energy that came with it, throughout that whole entire week after, that will be a memory for life. The parade, the duck boats, all that. But winning that first Super Bowl versus a very, solid Seattle Seahawks team when they were going for the repeat, that memory will always, be with me. And memories with the guys, the stories with the guys in the locker room, on the practice field. But the number one memory is winning those Super Bowls big time.
Gronk, Susan was an incredible force. What was it like to have her as a friend and to be able to do this for her?
Yes, we are 100% here today for her, no doubt about that. And she just did such a great job just working and running a lot of people's charities. She founded charity teams in 2008, and she works and runs a lot of people's Boston Marathon bibs for their foundations, and I'm talking over hundreds. And she did it with ease. She did it with passion. And when I first met her, and she gave me the opportunity to get bibs to the Boston Marathon and the opportunity to raise money for my foundation, I knew that she was the one. I didn't talk to anyone else. I was like, wow, I never seen anyone have so much passion and so much grace for what they want to do and raise money for other charities. And she had that, and I knew that she was going to be special, and she did an excellent job when working with her for the 10 plus years that I worked with her for. And she made it seamless, she made it easy, she ran all the activities, all the events, and she will have a lasting impact forever, especially with being the main engine of opening up the Gronk playground.
Rob, it wasn't always easy here in the 8 seasons you were here, 2010 to 2018. Is it interesting the way your career went, and now looking back and reflecting how everything's water under the bridge, and maybe those tough times at different junctures ended up making your career more rewarding?
Oh, you hit that right on the nose, Tom, for sure. It definitely is more rewarding. And people ask, like, what was it like, playing for the organization at that time? Yes, it was tough. It really was. But I tell people all the time now when I look back at it, like, I needed to be in that situation. Like, I needed it to be tough on me. Like, it made me who I am. It made me the player that I am. It made me come in every single day, like, to bring my best, to the field. Because if I didn't, the next guy was going to replace me, and I felt that the next guy was going to replace me. And then also, guys like Ninko would right there would have a fire under his engine. He'll be bringing it to me in practice, so then I would have to amp up it even more and bring it to him, and then all that good stuff. So it made me a better player, made me a better person. Big time, and it's making life easier as well now. So it's very rewarding to go through that stage, especially in your 20s. And I needed that type of structure at that time too. I was a maniac. We all know that when I was in my 20s. I definitely cleaned it up big time. Still a little bit, but not like what I was. I was such a freelance, and to have that structure in my life was what was helping me big time, get to where I am today and who I am today as well. And those tough times are making, work easy now. Whatever I do now, I'm like, wow, look what I did back then when I was 20. I can easily do what I got in front of my, on my plate now.
Rob, with Patriots fans, it's very clear that you're still so loved here, the way they talk about you. It's like you're still on the field almost. What's it like to have so much love from Patriots Nation just throughout your entire playing career and even now after?
Yeah, it's really special, and I do get a lot of love. I really do. And if it's on the plane coming back, if it's walking my dog, if it's just going to the grocery market, I get a lot of love from a lot of fans here in New England, and I appreciate that. And that's also what's making this moment very special. I mean, just literally in the last 2 days, a lot of people just congratulated me for this moment right here and how happy they were. I swear they were more happy for me than I was coming in here today. And like I said earlier, I appreciate the fans accepting me of who I was. I mean, it kind of made the persona very natural. It really did. And I would give credit to the fans. It wasn't like I had to do anything special out there. I was being myself, and they just took who I was, and they blew it up to a whole nother level. Like the Gronk spike. Like, I always wanted to spike a football, and then I spiked it, and then they just took it to a whole nother level. Like, the Gronk spike's the greatest thing ever. I'm like, I just was spiking, like, and the fans here in New England just made it so great. Like, me doing silly things off the field, like, they didn't care. They're like, oh, that's Gronk. Like, I got a free pass because of the fans accepting everything, which was great. So I appreciate everything, and I appreciate the love from the fans, and I always want to give love back whenever I can.
Gronk, you might be a little biased, but I was wondering how you think the 2025 team will do and how you think Vrabel's doing leading the team.
Yes, the 2025 team is doing spectacular. I mean, they're blowing it out of the water compared to what everyone thought they were going to be. I mean, we all knew it was going to be a big improvement. Here, I said at the beginning of the year, because I'm such a great analyst now, guys, that the Patriots were going to make the playoffs, but as a wild card team, and they were going to come in second place in the division. But as my great analyst skills, I think they're going to be wrong this year. You know, we're on track to win the division. You know, knock on wood, and on track to not just get a wild card seed, but to get a good seeding in the top four, which makes it a special year here. And what I really like about these Patriots is that they're not losing focus this year. You know, every single week they're getting better as a team, and they're correcting their mistakes, from the prior week as well. And they're finding ways to have more explosiveness on the offense as well. And I would say that's due to Josh McDaniels. And that's why when, being an analyst I was last year on Fox, I said, hey, Josh McDaniels would be a great fit here. And they ended up hiring him. And just to see him take his guys to the next level, the guys on the offense to the next level, I would say it contributes to how good of a coach he is and how he can put the players and know his talent in the right position as well.
To come back to Gillette and interview Drake for a Fox segment. What impression did you come away with?
Yes, I did, which was very special because I got to go to RKK's office then when I came back. So it's the second time we get to meet again here at Gillette Stadium in the last 3 weeks. But I did a sit-down interview with Drake May, which was special. And what I really loved about him is his IQ and his intelligence for the game of football. When we were just talking football and I was asking him questions and the way he respected the guys that were before him too. Obviously, you're coming after Tom Brady. You're always going to be compared to Tom Brady. But the way he answered the questions showed his respect, but also knew that it's his time and that he's got to do what he's got to do. You appreciate that type of answer. You appreciate that type of honesty and humbleness as well. And he had that, and the intelligence he had for the game of football. We were talking plays, and I was saying plays that were, the name of the play when I was there with McDaniels, and now the name has totally changed. And he not just knew my play, the play when it was named the terminology of when it was my era, but he also knew the terminology that it was of his era too. So to know both and just know what I was doing on the play call that I said to him was just pretty impressive. So that's when you know he has a high football IQ, and that's what you need at the quarterback position.
Rob, now that you've retired a Patriot, are you going to say something to Tom? Should he retire a Patriot too?
We all know Tom's a Patriot for life. He's got the statue. He probably did sign a one-day contract, whenever at the retirement when he went in his first year being retired into the Patriots Hall of Fame. So I'm sure, that Tom did sign it. I'm not sure if he did, but he doesn't even need to sign one. The guy's in the Hall of Fame statue, the greatest of all time. So it's just an honor to be able to, say I played my whole entire career with him as well.
Gronk, what do you see that this current team has that you think is special? Or maybe something that you guys had that made you so special?
They're playing together as a team, and the Patriots right now, when you play together as a team and come together as a team, you necessarily don't need that big-time playmaker, and that's what everyone was saying at the beginning of the year. And that's what everyone said with us at the beginning of the year as well. Oh, we need that explosive guy. We need to trade for a number one wide receiver, blah, blah, blah. But it doesn't matter. When you got a group of guys that are in it with each other and know how to, have that chemistry and work with each other and have the same timing on every single play and know where to be and trust in each other, well, then that's what makes a great team. And that's where it's very similar to the teams that we had in the past too, sometimes we didn't have a number one, guy, but everyone was a number one guy and everyone expected to get the ball and everyone trusted in each other. And I see the similarities, this year with the Patriots as to, our successful years when I was here in that era.
Tomorrow night, can you just comment on what's going to be happening at the game with you?
Yes, so I'll be keeper of the light. I'll be ringing the bell in the lighthouse at the beginning of the game, which is going to be special. Never done that before. And actually, I've never been to a game yet with the keeper of the light bell here. So That's going to be really cool to be able to participate in that. And then at halftime as well, just going to be able to address the crowd and then introduce the halftime performance, which is Low Cash, their country band singer. And I've known them for a couple years now, so when I heard that it was them, I was like, this is going to be a special moment, big time. And I got Camille here as well. And another story with my antics, we weren't supposed to talk to the cheerleaders, but I gave my number to Camille, back in the day, and, I bypassed the rules once again, because that's what I do.
I don't think it was your rule. I just think it was my rule.
Yeah, it was your rule. You're right. It wasn't my rule. So there's my antics right there. But Camille was a cheerleader, so I want to see some of her cheering skills tomorrow as well. Yes.
Cheering on the Patriots always.
And speaking of it, so Susan Hurley was a cheerleader back in the day too. So I just have something for cheerleaders, I guess.
Gronk, we've seen so much expansion of the NFL into international waters such as Brazil, Spain, and a bunch of other countries. What excites you most about seeing football grow in those international places, and knowing that you have a bunch of Gronk fans not only in New England but globally?
Yes. It's great that the NFL is expanding into other countries. I mean, I would have to say that has to be due to the owners, especially participating with conversations with Roger Goodell, the commissioner, because he has the control. And in order to expand the NFL, I mean, I feel like we maxed out here in the United States of America, but to make it even bigger, go globally. And I think it's great for the game. It's great for the players. It's great for the players, individually as well, to, grow their, I would say, grow their brand too. And I would say, though, not get too big, because I like going over to Europe and going to other countries where no one knows who I am, and just being a freelance and doing whatever I want to do, and no fans coming up to me. But overall, it's great for the game of football. And I would just say, to make it easier on the players, is just to find the logistics to make the travel easier going over those seas, going overseas, because the time zone change, playing at 6 a.m. and all that. Just find the best ways possible to make sure the players are ready to go and give them enough time to recover after that game as well, after you play, in a different country.
Rob, you played for one head coach during your time here in New England, and you talked a little bit earlier about how it wasn't always easy to play here, and he was a big part of that. But when you reflect on your relationship and your time with Bill Belichick, what are your reflections on playing for him and the impact he made on your career?
Yeah, Coach made a huge impact on my career. I mean, I wouldn't be here without this organization, without Coach, Vrabel, without my teammates, without RKK, without anyone that I had tenured time here with and spent some quality time with here in the organization. But Coach, Belichick, what's one thing he truly taught me is preparation, and how to prepare for games, and how to prepare for the upcoming Sunday, versus whoever you're going against, and prepare if it's a terrible team you're facing, if they're 0-10, or prepare the same way as if they're 10-0 as well, and always be ready for any situation. And I'm implying that into my life as well, big time. I mean, if I prepare, going into Fox on Sunday, I feel like I have a good day. If I, slack off a little bit, I think it makes it a little bit harder. So always be preparing and bring your best stuff, and then being able to adjust on the fly as well. Coach Belichick was so good at that, being able to adjust, put us in the best situations to be able to succeed, and just the way he coached us as well to be the best possible player that you could possibly be. If it was in the meeting rooms, calling you out, and I see the reasoning behind it. Sometimes you would get a little disappointed, you get a little frustrated, get called out, but now I look back at that now too, and I appreciate, him coaching me hard, him being hard on me, and I definitely sometimes maybe took it for granted, but definitely look back now and I appreciate all those situations that he put me in, if it was easy or hard.
Rob, how would you describe the camaraderie after football with your Fox colleagues, Tom and Julian?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, a lot of players struggle after the game of football to find that locker room feel, and definitely lucky to still have that feel a little bit. It'll never be like, the playing days in the NFL, but to have Tom and Julian as well at Fox, I mean, it makes you kick back your feet, sit back and relax and be comfortable more. To have Julian on the kickoff show, There we do segments all the time together. When Tom's in town doing a game in LA or something, he comes on our show too, or we ask him a question on the screen. It makes it, more lovable. It makes you feel more comfortable as well that we're all there together because we all understand each other. We all understand the way, we process football. We understand the way that we have football knowledge and we know how to work together as well. So it's great. I love that we're all there together.
What was the best catch you ever made?
Final question, guys.
What was the best catch you ever made?
That's a great question to end on, David. Right there. Tom, wow. I would say the greatest catch I've made, I would have to go with one of my one-handers. There's so many, I can't even think of what one. Yeah. Yeah, the Buffalo one and the Denver one. Well, the Buffalo one they're like tied to me because it was versus Buffalo, my hometown team. I always love to stick it to them. And it was on the sidelines versus an all-pro safety, and Tom threw it back, and I toe-tapped both feet in. I brought it in. But the Denver one was pretty special, too, because I caught it with my broken forearm. It was broken at the time, too, still. And no, it wasn't, but it sounded good. But I had the cast on it. He threw it backwards. It was a team meeting. You're not supposed to throw the ball in a team meeting. That's what Coach Belichick said all the time, but Tom did not listen this time. Threw it up there, and I just turned around and just one-handed and brought it in. And what made it special is I just lined up out wide on the very next play. See, this is great being back here. All the memories are just flowing. Like, you don't think about these memories when you're just sitting at home, but being back here in the building, they're all coming back. And then I caught it on the 2-yard line in the very next play. Josh McDaniels knows when to call your number again. He knows when you're on fire. He knows when you're tired. He could tell from practice and all that. Just like in the Super Bowl, actually, my very last catch in the Super Bowl, I swear he saw me open on the seam. We called the same exact play on that 28-yard catch to bring it to the 2-yard line, and then we scored the very next play with Sony Michel. It was the only touchdown of the game, but I ran the seam and I was open. And I was literally came back to the huddle. I was like, all right, 2 seams in a row. I got like basically my broken quad, but I was like, McDaniels is going to call it again because I know he knows I was open. He knows I can get open again. Literally get to the huddle, same exact play. I go, this one's coming to me, 100%. And run the route. Tom throws me the bomb, catch it to the 2-yard line. And then we score the very next play for the only touchdown of the game. So that was special. But the one play, Denver, the one-hander there, and then going out wide versus Von Miller and running the slant route, and for the touchdown the very next play. Yes, thank you guys. Thank you all for being here today.
All right.
That's the full Gronk.
I don't see a light yet. All right. Well, that's Rob Gronkowski retiring as a Patriot.
Big time.
Big time. That was the full Gronk.
Never stop being Gronk. No.
I remember when he was a
love
rookie,
him.
I was just like,
I just love him.
It's going to be so depressing when Gronk's like a grizzled old veteran and he's like serious. He never became that guy. He always stayed Gronk, which I just really appreciate.
Yeah, he definitely, and he talked about it openly about sort of toward the end, some of the fun had been lost. And I think that's why he ultimately retired and then, ended up in Tampa. But that's the personality. Like when he was just sort of doing his everyday life, that's the day. What Mr. Kraft said, what Robert Kraft said about he's never had a bad day, could never be more accurate with that guy.
Yeah. Just, I remember back, this was like, prime Deuce, blogging, loving the team. And coming off that 2009 playoff loss, it shook me, It just is like, man, they got run off the field by the Ravens. Is this over? And felt kind of like the team was at a crossroads, and I'll just never forget when they drafted him and the antics he pulled on stage and sitting there going, I feel like this is exactly what this team needs, like just an injection of someone who's really excited to be here. You had no idea he was going to be the quality of player that he ended up being, but from the minute they drafted him, it was like there's something really cool about this guy, and it was super fun. I mean, he's talking about all these plays, and every single one of them, you remember them. Because
it's one of Andy Hart's rare good picks out of the draft.
I would concur, Fred.
Yeah.
Was he all over him from?
Oh,
from the
he
get-go?
was
Yeah.
in Arizona.
He may have mentioned it a time or two in the ensuing 10 years too. Yeah.
Even with the bad back, he was nope. This guy's going to be good. He was right on that one.
He was
a rare one, a rare good one. So that's Rob. If you're joining us late and you missed it live, you can catch it later on Patriots.com. We'll have the full press conference with Rob Gronkowski on Patriots.com. So getting back to where we left off.
The Jets.
Yeah, no, Francisco called back, so we want to get him on the line. Francisco, what else do you got for us?
What's
Hey.
All right. So where we left off was, so I've got a bold take, and then I've got, I guess both kind of bold, but I've got Gonzo and CD. They're both going to get their first pick this week, and we're going to be up so much. To all you Chisholm fans out there, he's getting his first touchdown this week.
Oh, now that's a bold take.
I think the bigger take is two guys getting picks. Like, I could see Chisholm
Even
playing
bolder
this week.
take?
I could see that happening.
Really?
Like, I could see them having
Even
a big
bolder
lead.
take?
Okay. Francisco,
Even
does this
bolder
stuff
take is
just
gonna be
come
on
to
two
you?
different-
Or do you like burn incense? How do you come about these revelations?
Call me now for your free reading. It's kind of like what you say, Fred. Like it's only a guarantee when you feel it.
Yep.
So it's something I felt. But today I've got like while I'm at work right now, I'm driving a street sweeper, like just staring out leaves all day. Another one came to me. So
It just came to him.
that
It was a design in the leaves.
Okay.
at least or two picks are going to come from two different people, whether it's a trick play from a receiver trying to put something, or the way I think it's going to happen is they're going to bench one of the quarterbacks for the other one to come in, and they're going to throw a pick too.
Okay. All right. Well, Francisco, thanks for calling in. I hope you're right. And this you're on an amazing run, so let's keep it going. Thank you.
Heater of all heaters.
Yep.
Confident.
Francisco.
Very confident.
Yep. That'd be something
Well,
if he's right.
Why wouldn't you be?
Yeah.
I mean, he suggested that a guy who had 2 career catches was going to catch a 50-plus yard touchdown, and he did. Why wouldn't you be confident?
Right.
The Chisholm touchdown would be pretty funny.
It wasn't just he's going to catch a touchdown. He's going to catch 50
yeah.
plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good stuff from Francisco. Let's move along. Let's see. Herm in D.C.'s been holding on for a while. What's up, Herm?
Hello.
Hey, Herm.
Hey, how's it going, fellas?
Hey, Herm. All right.
Quick question for you guys. So, obviously, I don't want to mess with a man, Drake May's money, but do you think that when it's time to get him paid, that ownership will come to him and have him consider taking a little less, considering that it's just going to be so much harder moving forward to keep putting a good team around him if he obviously takes a less rate that he can qualify for?
I know where you're going. I don't know who Drake May's agent is, but there's no way that's happening.
Hello?
There's no way that's happening.
Well, so the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I think that's a little bit of, and I could be wrong, but I think that's a little bit of what maybe Buffalo's going through right now and Kansas City's going through right now, right? Because it seems like the narrative is that
Thoughts and prayers with
Josh
those
Allen doesn't have
citizens.
any help.
I don't.
What exactly are they going through, those two teams?
Well, again, the narrative is that Josh Allen doesn't have, quote-unquote, any help, right? Doesn't have anybody to throw to. He doesn't have
Yeah, but why is that because of Josh Allen's
or
contract?
all of-
Like they're a little bit in between. I mean, it's not all that dissimilar to something Mike was just talking about off air when we were listening to Gronkowski. The Patriots were kind of in between a little bit from the 08-09 era, and they sort of needed to refresh and restock the roster, and they nailed it in 10 with Devin McCourty and Rob Gronkowski in the draft. You follow that up with a couple more picks like Chandler Jones and Dante Hightower 2 years later,
Thanks,
and
Herm.
suddenly you're right back in there.
Yeah.
Tom famously took, quote-unquote, less. And they were in the same situation that Buffalo's in right now. It's not because of the salary cap that Buffalo is in the spot. They're a little bit, they're a little bit lacking in weapons on offense.
Yeah.
They just gave the running back a good contract, and he's playing great.
Well, listen,
they don't have any receivers after Shakir.
Cincinnati's one of the smallest markets in the league. It's not like they've got this huge corporate base or anything. And they figured it out. They're paying Joe Burrow. They're paying Jamar Chase. They're paying the other wide receiver. You can figure it out.
And the other part is it's a lot easier to do it now because the cap is so much bigger, and it's getting bigger all the time with all the added revenues that the league is making. That's only going to go up.
Yeah. So listen. I'm not, like you said, Herm. I'm not I don't want to tell Drake what to do with his money. That's the last thing I want to do. But, his agent's not going to take a home market deal. He's not going to let him take a home deal.
Josh Allen has said that he's taking less money to stay up there too. So who knows exactly what the truth?
You
of it
say
all
that,
is,
but even during the time that Tom was here, and they would redo his contract, right? Mm-hmm. He always made new money. Every time he did that, he made more upfront money.
Yeah, he would get roster bonuses.
Yeah, he wasn't taking any haircuts.
Yeah,
they were just using his contract as sort of a mortgage and refinancing it. And every time they refinanced it, it gave him a little cap room, but it gave Brady more upfront money. So he did fine.
Whenever a really good team,
he did fine.
Yeah. And I don't want to diminish, because I do think Tom could have taken, if he wanted to get every last dime, he could have gotten more.
Yes.
So I'm not diminishing that Tom Brady was team-oriented. I'm not saying that wasn't true. It was. But I think Fred very accurately described his quote-unquote taking less. He was the highest-paid player in the league at various times of his career. I think that, Herm put it perfectly when he said, the narrative. Because I think people still glom onto this narrative that if the quarterback makes too much, you can't win. And I don't know how many years Kansas City has to be the best or among the best with Patrick Mahomes making an obscene amount of money before that is just completely debunked.
Right.
Can we just move past that? Philadelphia has several ridiculously highly paid guys on their roster. Is there a roster better than that in the league?
Right.
Top to bottom, both sides of the ball.
And they won.
Is there a more talented roster in the league?
Yeah.
They have a lot of guys making high-end money.
Yep.
Yeah, I love the example of the Chiefs because this year we've had such a great – when you see Patrick Mahomes trying to do it with Tyquan Thornton, Juju Smith-Schuster, some of the – doesn't look so great. Rashee Rice comes back, a guy that they drafted and who hit on – it starts to look a little bit better.
Right, so don't make it out to be the salary cap that caused him to be suspended for the first 6 games of the season. Yeah. That, and this is not a shot at Herm because Herm is right. That's the narrative.
Yeah.
And it is really, that narrative has kind of bugged me for about 15 years, but in this day and age, it's really silly because the cap is so high.
Right. But the truth is always the same. What we learned, draft well. You draft well, it solves all your problems.
That's the problem.
And
Buffalo,
it's hard to do,
if Buffalo had Lad McConkey instead of Keon Coleman, you think their weapons would look a little bit better? And I'm not jumping on Brandon Beane. I think he's done a pretty good. That's a pretty good roster that they put together.
10 straight drafts.
But they have Khalil Shakir, who was a mid-round pick. I think he was a 5th-round pick. They needed to augment him when they decided to move on from Diggs. They went with Keon Coleman. If they went with someone else, maybe this would look a little bit different. And Lad McConkey is just one that jumps to mind because he was in that general area when the Chargers took him.
Yeah. Can we look at Dalton Kincaid, 1st-round pick? Certainly not Rob Gronkowski. Solid player, but
that to me was a good pick. But Keon Coleman wasn't, and I don't think he's a stiff, but he's not what they need. He's not good enough.
Well, that's the thing where you get to the bottom of the 1st round and you feel like we need a receiver, and you're getting into the territory where there are guys with development issues. The guys you're going to need to, he's a big athletic guy, but is he going to put it all together? You see what they're trying to do, though. You see how they're trying to balance it out with him and Shakir and the 2 tight ends. But, James Cook has worked out, but it's a struggle.
Brad's in Ohio. Hey, Brad.
Hey, crew. How you doing today?
Hey, Brad.
Okay.
I got a couple observations too. One observation and a couple questions about the season, and how things have been going, which is wonderful. First of all, I want to commend Travion for at least every time that guy gets in front of the microphone, he gives the glory to the Lord. And he's such a humble youngster and a great role model, I think, for our younger generation, number one. And secondly, I'm wondering if this isn't the week after this Jets game that we don't make a change to our offensive line, whether we put Wilson at center, because I think Bradbury's just a liability, especially coming down the stretch during the playoffs and stuff. He's just getting run over too much at center. So Ben Brown at center, or Wilson at center, Ben Brown at guard? What do you guys think about that?
I don't know. I'm hesitant to make changes at this point. Has it been that bad?
No.
With Bradbury?
No.
Coming off of run. I mean, we're going to have to run the football eventually. We're going to have some kind of,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think maybe next year Wilson moves over to center. But I don't think it's going to be this year, barring injury.
How about Brown?
What?
Ben Brown?
Ben Brown, he's your wild card. He's a guy who can play three positions.
Do you think he's better?
Yeah. I don't know if he's that much better than Bradbury.
I don't think he's better.
I don't think he's worse of getting run over like Bradbury. I don't remember seeing him get run over like that. As much
I
as
have.
Bradbury has. Really.
I'll show you the last few games last year.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did a couple times. You're right, Paul. Last year.
Yeah. I mean, I think Ben Brown did a better job than Wilson had been doing when he played that one game. I think it was the Carolina game, if I'm not mistaken. There's one game. The offensive line has been intact for 9 out of 10 games. There was the one game that Wilson missed and Brown played. And Brad's right. Brown did a pretty good job in that game. I think it was the Panthers game.
Yeah, he's a good player. I mean,
I'm not sure that. I'm kind of with Fred. Like, that to me is kind of like change for change's sake. I'm not sure that that's a significant upgrade.
Thanks, Brad. Appreciate the
now,
call.
Vita Vea is a great player.
Right.
Hard to judge.
Brad's right. He
runs over a lot of guys.
Run over. I saw David Andrews get run over by DeForest Buckner and Quinnen Williams quite often. And I didn't want to take David Andrews out of the lineup. I think he's a tremendous player for the Patriots.
Hey, are you anxious to kick off your holiday shopping? I know I'm not.
No.
But you don't have to wait until Black Friday to score big on your favorite styles when you shop Bob's Discount Furniture. Bob's is unboxing unbeatable values every Friday in November. And this week, we're highlighting game day ready modular sectionals starting at just $250 a piece. So you can turn a ho-hum living room into your home team HQ. So stop in or shop online to save big all month at Bob's Discount Furniture, the official furniture store of the New England Patriots. All right, we're going to take a break. By the way, I'm wearing my rivalry's colors today. That's the game this week.
That's shop, Freddie.
That's the game this week.
Storm blue.
Rivalries. I like those uniforms.
I do too.
People, and I think they're gaining a lot of momentum. I think they're the best rivalries uniform.
I just saw the 49ers, I think, are wearing theirs too, and it's just a blackout. It's the new color. It's a bold swing, and I like it.
I think it's hard when you have all these uniforms for hundreds of years to come up with something unique color-wise. I think they did it. Yeah. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. More calls and emails here in Patriots Unfiltered. Whether you're in the game or betting on the game, you'll need a game plan. DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the New England Patriots, provides you with everything you need to build your personal betting game plan so you can get in on all the action while practicing safe bets. Visit DraftKings.com/responsible-gaming to learn more about all the safe betting tools DraftKings has to offer. Hope is here, 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Physically present in Massachusetts. See DraftKings.com/responsible-gaming for details and state-specific responsible gambling resources.
Isn't it time to get exactly what you want? Welcome to Red Hot Deal Days from Verizon, where you get your pick of our best deals. Like My Plan, where you can pick the perks you want and save on every one. For limited time, bring your own phones to a Verizon store and you can get My Plan for our best price ever. Get exactly what you want in your phone plan and only pay for what you need. Bring your phones to your Verizon store today and get My Plan. These deals won't last. It's your Verizon.
With FedEx One Rate, you can ship to your student for a simple, predictable flat rate. Send a box full of home-baked treats that say, "Your father and I miss you." Or send a box full of instant noodles that says, "Your father and I would like you to stop asking us for money." Either way, one rate fits all. FedEx One Rate. 2-day shipping, one flat rate. Starting at $14.50. Visit FedEx.com/OneRate for details. Exclusions apply.
If you're gonna play the game, boy, you gotta learn to play it right.
DraftKings is all about responsible gaming. It's more fun when it's for fun. So play responsibly. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction.
How's practice? Practice is good. It's good to get out there. Good to get used to playing that weather. I think Yes, it's part of playing up here and making it something that was important for us to get out there and embrace being in this weather. And I think it's good to be able to practice it in. I think it's an advantage.
You guys have had, especially this past Sunday, 2 Big Ten plays when it comes to really showing off your team speed, Trevion and Kyle. What sort of impact has that level of speed had on the offense this year?
Yeah, I think just making big plays. I think just making it easier on the guys up front. Shorter drives. I think it puts our defense in a tough spot. Being 1 play and 2 plays on the drive out of halftime, and they're back out there. But actually, they can't complain for us scoring. I think they want that. That's what they want. But I think just big playability. I think it's hard to get explosive in this league, and that's what you want. To make drives shorter, make drives, try to skip third down, and I think having guys like that make it easier and just like I said, just kind of get their ball in their hand in space, and they'll make something happen.
What are the biggest keys when it comes to acclimating to the weather, whether it's the cold or rain, obviously snow down the line? How do you kind of embrace that the way you described there?
Yeah, I think just go back to the little things of details, and when it's rain or when the gripping the football or being good in and out of your breaks for your receivers, just going back to the fundamentals and knowing that will kind of be what you're battling against. Little things, 2 hands on the ball, not losing the littlest things if it's raining or snowing. And in the cold, I think, I've had some cold weather games last year, and this team is, up here playing. We're trying to, make it hard to play it, up here in December and, late in the season. And I think we have the advantage. So I'm just trying to embrace it. And I think part of it's just mentality of getting out there and out of the locker room, just making a choice, what kind of player do I want to be today. And I think a lot of those guys in that locker room, I think that I know and can tell you about are going to make the right one and be themselves.
Did you feel like the rain was affecting you on Sunday?
She was just, I think we get right when we ran on the field, it started pouring down. But I missed a little bit high. I just got to make some better throws. I think it's just depends on, sometimes you get a ball that's really wet, sometimes it's a little drier. So that's football. I think just it's hard to see. You can never practice, with it. It's hard to practice that exact moment unless I'm going to go out there on a random day in the off season, and which I probably need to, could happen and do that. But it's just hard to replicate that. But I think it's good. It's going to happen at some point again. So try to do my best to be accurate.
With Kyle Williams, all the talk last week was just with Keyshawn Moody out, he was going to have to step up. What was it like to see him, kind of come into the game, you throw him the ball, and all of a sudden he's just off?
Yeah, it was awesome. His first touchdown, I think that's always cool for him. I knew right when I threw, I didn't really see him catch it or anything. I think I was getting tackled, but I knew if he had a chance to catch it, he was probably gone, and he was. So he's done a great job. He's keep on embracing his role in practice and know he's got to step up, and just proud of him for coming each and every day and not complaining, and now pouting, just coming to work, and I think he's just getting started.
Coach Vrabel told us that he offered you guys to just take 25 minutes off a meeting to give you more rest, and the leaders collectively said no, we want to have the full meeting. Just, why was that important to you guys?
Yeah, I think it's not take shortcuts. I think to not let little things lack or slack, and I think the biggest thing is to stay what we've been doing. Try to keep the same mentality, and he has today to go inside, and we're going to go outside. So just little things of trying to not let the little things go, and know that these things will matter and have mattered for us in the past, and I think will show up again.
The sense of them winning a lot. I think you've been kind of flying under the radar nationally, but then you win in Tampa on Sunday, and all of a sudden you're kind of the flavor of the week. Mike talked about not taking the cheese, with the media and everything like that. How do you make sure you avoid letdown, especially where you have a 2-win team ahead of you here?
Yeah, we've had that mindset since we beat Buffalo. Kind of ignore the noise. Know we got to get some more attention and some more media. Just know that it's any given week in this league. Just coming off a win, and they got great players. So we got a tough task, and they're coming here with wanting to beat in division. We're wearing whatever jerseys, and they're gonna have something to play for, and they still do. So they're gonna be a tough challenge, and I think it's, like I said, any given week. So you got to prepare on a short week and kind of win that battle.
We spent a lot of time in going back to February, really, learning this system and trying to get ahead of it. Is there a play that stands out to you just from the season that you're really proud of, that just maybe reflects all the work that you put in to sort of try to get your hands around this system and be the leader of the offense?
Yeah. I think just getting in victory formation, that's kind of the biggest thing. I think that's what I'm proud of probably the most, is being at the end of the game with the ball in our hands and kneeing it out. So probably some plays in there that, some throws I made or something, but I think just as a whole, just working hard to win in this league.
It seemed like the Bucs only rushed 3 against you, more than we're used to seeing. What's your thought process as the quarterback when defenses try to defend you that way? Was that something you were expecting, considering how much Foles is known for blitzing?
Yeah, I think just be patient. We try to have a little bit of an answer, with kind of what they're heating us up with, but just to kind of see the front, see what they're doing, know what kind of package is coming in when they're bringing in more DBs and dropping out defensive linemen. But really just, you see more and more stuff, and, some stuff you don't really, isn't scouted, as they say, or you don't really see much on film. So just be adapt on the sideline, and Coach McDaniels is, one of the best in business at it.
Have you seen teams starting to spy you a little bit more? Seemed like they had a spy on you a decent amount of the game on Sunday.
Yeah. I told Levante David after the game, I can't run. They don't need to spy me. But, no, I think, it takes one less defender for them to put in the pass. It's better for us. But at the same time, you got to be cognizant of the spire, know that he is kind of near the line of scrimmage. So you kind of have to have a guy, there to block him. And you kind of just got to have eyes on them and know, be mindful of what they're doing with the games up front to know they could bait me into something. So that's really the biggest thing. And then from there, just, yeah.
Great. You made your debut against the Jets last year. What did that moment feel like, and what's different now that you're a year out?
Yeah. Man, I remember being nervous. It was a night game. I was, sitting on the sideline most of the game. Got thrown in there at the end. I think we ran stick, and the star almost baited me into my first throw interception. But no, it was cool. I think we had a drive down there, and made some throws, got smacked a few times. So no, it was cool getting in there. I think that was a cool environment. Remember last year, at night. But shoot, yeah, it's just funny looking back on that. I didn't really look back on that. It's pretty cool.
During the play, we have to move in the pocket. How do you communicate with your lineman? And it's something that you can practice, or you have to adjust on the fly.
Communicate with my lineman in what sense?
When you have to move in the pocket, when the play is in progress.
Yeah. There's not much communication. You're kind of just in there, playing football. I think they kind of know. I can move and make some things happen. They're just trying to do their best job to keep me protected. They've done a great job of that. So really just trying to adjust to the games up front or the rush. And I think from there they're doing a better and better job of picking up stunts and games each week. So they're working hard on that.
And now, great moments in history.
Week 4 matchup with the Carolina Panthers. It's Evan, Paul, myself, Deuce. Alex is here because it's Picks Day and she needs her flowers.
I was going to say, gotta get her flowers.
She needs her flowers.
I'm here every Thursday, regardless. I would be here more if I didn't have.
You have to play with the shtick. It's a gag.
I am playing by clapping
it's a bit.
back.
Yeah, it's a bit.
She has some company at the top this week, though.
Does she? Yes. We'll find that out later in the show.
You're fishing for compliments right now.
Oh. Wow.
I like it.
Okay.
That didn't go the way Fred thought. Well,
but for me, it's no big thing.
Ain't no thing.
That's another great moment from
All right, back here on Patriots Unfiltered. It's been
come on, Fred. It's time for
I forgot. It's the co-pilot thing.
Time for the co-pilot question of the week, presented by Microsoft Copilot, where every day is game day and where every decision is powered by insight, innovation. Microsoft technology helps to make decisions faster, insights sharper, and strategies more adaptive. Guys, this week, of course, relevant to the Jets game. Very simple question. A little bit of trick question, though. How many times have the Patriots and Jets met on Thursday night? Yes, it is, actually. Thank you for getting the trick right out of the gate. Do you want to care to
I'm going to say
comment?
3 times.
3 times.
This will be the 4th.
I was going to say 2.
Lazar gets it.
Oh.
That's 4th. It'll be the 5th. That includes of course, the 49-19 game.
Can we have some
fun?
fun?
No, I'm just going to point out that the Thanksgiving game was, of course, the butt fumble game. which was great fun, but technically not a Thursday night game.
34-31 loss in 2008. Matt Castle touchdown to Randy Moss as time expired, lost in overtime to Brett Favre.
Correct.
And then there was a Thursday night game here at Gillette that Brady squeaked by Geno Smith and the Jets, I believe, like 13-10, something like that.
Nailed it. Geno Smith was 15 of 35 with 3 interceptions. And who scored the touchdown, Paul, that night for the Patriots?
Got nothing for
Aaron Dobson. Aaron Dobson. We're still moving. What do you got next?
So I didn't have the other one. That's why I guessed 3. Those are the 3 I could think of.
Well, the very next year, 2014, Patriots squeak out a win.
They played last year.
We're getting there.
So I missed a lot.
You did. A couple.
There's 5.
Couple. Yeah, including the Thanksgiving game.
Yeah. I was
6
way
total.
off.
6 total.
They like those
6
division games on Thursday night.
They
Paul.
do.
So Chris Jones blocked field goal right at the end to preserve the win for the Patriots, blocking a Nick Folk.
That was a Thursday night game?
According to Copilot. And then the last one, of course, last year, 24-3 Jets get the win.
I remember that one.
What else was special about that game, Paul? Do you remember anything particular that maybe a certain player got in for the first time in their career?
Drake May's debut.
Drake May. There it is. Why would I talk about Aaron Rodgers? So there you go. There's your Copilot question.
in New York.
Copilot. How do you use Copilot? You just go on to Microsoft.
Go in, you ask some questions, and it tells you some answers, and then you might want to double check them sometimes. But otherwise, it works pretty good.
Yeah.
Remember the butt fumble?
I remember
unbelievable
being Thanksgiving night.
Vince Wilfork.
That whole game. It wasn't even just that. It was just a calamity of errors for the Jets.
Yeah, Stephen Gregory. Fumble right on like the next.
Stephen Gregory.
Edelman,
right?
Number 28.
Edelman with like they fumbled the kickoff like into Edelman's arms and he ran it right back.
Right.
That game felt particularly.
Was there a
great.
Safety in that game too? Maybe.
I don't know, but I remember Gregory. That was a touchdown, right? Gregory recovered the butt fumble, right, and then
ran it in.
Ran it in. And then on the ensuing kickoff, I think they gave it
right back.
Was that the Edelman one?
It was like consecutive touchdowns. I think.
Yeah. That was when
that was a comedy of errors.
We were just
that whole night. Well, especially coming off of 2 years ago, they had lost to the Jets in the playoffs. That it was still just that. I mean, these are one of the final nails in the coffin with Rex Ryan, which I enjoyed the Rex Ryan Jets era. It made it.
Me too.
It made
it was
fun.
scrappy.
So we had Francisco call in with his predictions. James Pettigrew says, "What about calling him Saint Francisco? Could make a good sidekick for Father Fred. Saint Francisco, an old woman will be oversold aluminum siding next week. Father Fred, I'm on the case."
I feel like that's like Fred was like, "We need to go talk to Francisco. He knows things."
Right.
This is the guy.
Yeah, because he's the guy that I consult with.
He'll know. He'll know who we need to talk to.
My lock of the week is Kyle Williams gets his first touchdown, 50 yards. Lock it. My lock of the week.
There you go. Wow, Francisco's even got a sound.
Kyle in Maine made some money off of Francisco. He said, "I turned 2 bets for $7 total into $430 because I trusted Francisco's take on Kyle Williams. Both bets had Kyle Williams TDs, Diggs Henderson Williams TDs, and then another. Thanks, Francisco."
Wow.
But honestly, listening to PU twice a day and Catch 22 has kept me happy all day, every day. I'm loving the direction this team and coaching is going in. So good.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got to put another bet down on a anytime score from Efton Chisholm and interceptions.
Oh, Anthony has a good one. Good prediction.
Anthony.
Kairos Tonga will score a touchdown this season, perhaps tomorrow. Book it.
Oh yeah, I mean that one's
happening. No question. The question is it a handoff or
the question is it multiple?
Yeah, that would be a good one, like for
fullback dive or
for tomorrow. You're up like 35-3, and then you give it to Tonga to get into the 40s.
Well, that's the question: is would it be a rushing touchdown or would it be a passing touchdown?
How's his hands? That's what someone should have asked Vrabel yesterday.
Yeah,
but I don't know if anyone on the planet would be more happy to score a touchdown than that guy because he just is like
he wants
permanent
to score
grin on his face.
Oh, every time you mention it around him, he's just like, "Oh, please." He gets so excited.
I mean, Vrabel too. When was that yesterday? Went into just an extensive thing about saying
thanking
you guys
the media
should really
for
highlight him.
Yeah, you're welcome.
He plays on the punt. Was it the punt team? I think
field goal protection.
Field goal protection. Sorry, just has to eat blocks essentially. But a guy contributing all 3 phases and big smile on his face. He's right though. I was watching it. I just flipped the game on last night. It was on NFL Network. But him getting out of the stance, like he's quick. Like he doesn't look like
Good
a
feet.
300
He's got
plus
good
guy.
feet.
I think it's impressive when he goes in motion. Like that's the fact that he's that like
whole lot of
nimble
human.
to like go in motion and
Nimble's a
block.
good way to put
and,
it.
and like he's balanced, like he doesn't get like over his skis, and like he's really good at it.
Some
He's
people are
really
just
good
athletes.
at it.
Like, so I think it's
Yeah.
hard sometimes to comprehend that like a 300 plus pound human could just run faster than, you know, an average size human. But these guys are just,
Well,
they
it's
build
kind
different.
of like I was joking around when Henderson's running down the sideline and he's like so athletic and so smooth that he has the ability to look to the sideline. Going now?
Yeah.
And he just like that's just
good stuff.
That's athleticism at a different level.
It's kind of the Tonga signing though is like, you know, we're just talking about the Buffalo. Like when the Patriots were rolling, they had these obscure signings of these guys that no one has really heard of, and then all of a sudden they would come to the Patriots and they'd be like a star role player like Tonga is this year. That's like a good sign that they're, you know that you're
Kyle Van Noy.
you're back. You
Hakeem
know,
Spence.
we just saw Rob Ninkovich. Like
Yeah.
you know, like
Right.
guys like that
Mike Vrabel.
just aren't.
Wes Welker.
It's not Milton Williams. Like you're not, paying him top of market, but they aggressively went after Tonga like early in free agency. It was part of that whole wave, and they knew something.
Yep. Chris in Virginia has a quiz for Paul to stump him. Note, unless otherwise stated, all these questions do not include overseas games. All the answers relate to NFL games, not concerts or other events. Okay. Question 1. This season has or had the Patriots play in Highmark Stadium and Nissan Stadium for the final time. When was the last time the Patriots played in a stadium that is no longer in use? When was the last time the Patriots played in a stadium that is no longer in use?
I don't think this is right, but I just go to Chargers 2014.
That's exactly
Qualcomm.
right. Qualcomm Stadium.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That seems really far back.
Yeah.
11 years ago. There have been no other new.
I was trying, and that's good. The two that
I thought
immediately
it was
came to
the
mind
O
was
with the Raiders.
I didn't even think of that one. There's
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
I was thinking San Francisco Candlestick, which would have been like 08-ish,
Yeah.
something like that. And I was thinking Dallas, which is probably maybe even seven or 11.
So that
11
game
maybe.
was in 2014. Paul, do you know the score of the game?
This is 2014
I was
Chargers.
there.
Yep.
I don't know if I remember the score.
2014.
Away.
No.
Patriots won 23-14.
I was in the area.
Patriots once defeated the Panthers 32-29 in front of what was at the time, a record attendance at this stadium. Which stadium was this?
NRG.
That's correct. NRG.
The most underrated Super Bowl of all the Super Bowls.
Really good. It was a really good game.
That Super Bowl was
Defensive
so
struggle.
good.
Back and forth
it was a
shootout.
good game.
Defensive struggle.
Scoreless first
Back into
quarter.
it.
Scoreless third quarter.
Yeah.
Couldn't stop anybody in
Fireworks.
second and fourth.
Yep.
I just feel like they, because the Panthers weren't exactly like a dynasty in themselves. It gets overlooked, but that might have been the best game other than the Seattle.
In August 1998, Paul.
August 1998.
Patriots participated in the second highest attended NFL single game of all time. This game was played overseas in which stadium?
Wembley.
Incorrect.
98.
98.
Playing international games?
Yep.
In preseason. Imagine
overseas it was?
Yeah.
Traveling internationally for a
technically,
preseason game.
Is it Mexico City?
It was.
Ah, so
Technically,
okay.
it may not be considered overseas. It was Estadio Azteca, 106,424.
That's misleading to say overseas.
It's too many. It's too many people.
Was that on University?
Was that over the seas?
In 98, at that game, Paul, do you know who they beat?
Saints.
Incorrect,
I don't
Evan.
Would you just throw that out there?
Yeah.
Bob Hope.
Oakland.
Cowboys, 21-3.
I have no recollection of that.
And final question. The Patriots have
Rohan
played
Davis?
23 playoff games in Gillette Stadium. What is the
23?
Patriots' all-time playoff record in these games?
Oh, they've played 23 games?
Yep.
Playoff games here.
So home playoff losses? 9,
Jets.
10, 19, 20
Baltimore.
and 3? Yeah, 20 and 3.
Yeah, 20.
Is that right?
Right. They've no
You
4.
didn't have the answer?
It's they've
19
lost 4
and
games.
19 and 4.
Yeah.
I missed one.
Yeah.
The Baltimore 2012.
09? Oh, yeah.
12,
Yeah. Yeah.
10, 11, 12.
2 Baltimores.
Yeah, you were, no, sorry,
Two
you were 9,
Baltimores.
11, and 12. You lost 3 home playoff games.
Who?
2 Baltimores, Jets, and Titans.
That was 2012, right? What's his name? Took out Aqib Talib and
And that was the champion.
Bernie Pollard.
Or-
Public enemy number 1.
Jerk.
That's Stephen Ridley that got sent
Oh,
to
he got
the other dimension.
knocked the
that's
out.
Alex is here. What's up,
Hey,
Alex?
not much.
Hey.
Rivalry.
So what do you have to report?
I was just, at the Gronk press conference. I'm sure Evan's talked a little bit about it.
Well, we watched it live. Yep.
There you go. So you guys kind of know what went down. Then I
Big time.
threw some quotes in my little story and sent it to you for approvals, and now I'm here.
Okay.
Little story.
Ready for your
It's not a little
flowers, as always.
No, not my flowers.
That's 5. We got 5 minutes till
No,
flower
I know.
time.
We're not going to jump right into it, but
No, but then Gronk and Camille were bopping around our little office area.
Oh,
so,
shoot, really?
Yeah. You missed
What,
it.
you wanted,
just wanted a
you wanted to
picture.
see a
I
uniform?
didn't wear the shirt.
You wanted him
Oh.
to sign the jersey.
I cleaned up my desk a little this morning, so fortunately I didn't know they would be in there, so that worked out well for
man.
me.
Oh,
That
the
was my
laugh
favorite
was in
part.
full.
That was my favorite part.
full display.
I thought when
It
he
was.
said, all the familiar faces and pointed out Mike Reese, I thought for sure he was going to make a comment. Like, but he does. Mike, am I right? Ah.
Did you guys hear the bit about Mr. Kraft saying, like, hey, we have the Jets in town. Could we
Yeah.
make this? And
Yeah.
he's like, what's the signing bonus?
well,
Like,
shorthanded at tight end could use him.
Yeah.
That's what Deuce said.
Yeah.
You got Hooper on the shelf.
Hooper got
Yeah.
concussed.
Yeah, I thought it's just really cool to, like my generation of Patriots fans, like that Gronk, Edelman, like that's the team that we probably identify with the most, and to see these guys come back and didn't really end great here for Gronk when he left, retired and then eventually went to Tampa Bay, and to see him be able to come back and next year probably be in the Patriots Hall of Fame, and it's just cool that we can come back and have these guys back again a little bit, because
absolutely
2018 did
that's
not.
the way I wish it was with Tom.
Yeah, I think it's close. I mean, he's got a statue.
I know, but
but I think that 2018 he was really hurt. Gronk, like he was really banged up, and it was cool to see him that he wanted to do this, and
yep,
he's back.
Jonathan from Fontana, first-time emailer, wanted to ask if you guys are familiar with the social media account Drake May Lover.
Are we familiar?
He has 180,000 followers on Instagram, and his account consists of glazing May in the best possible way. I know the Patriots.
Evan does a good job with it.
I know. Oh, you stepped on it.
This is Evan's burner.
You stepped on it.
That's good. I
know the
No,
Patriots.
I swear.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I know the Patriots and even NFL accounts have mentioned him on social media prior, and I've been following him since last year before Drake May blew up. And when is Evan going to reveal it's been him all along?
Oh.
What's the emailer? I'm sorry.
I just.
What a jerk.
I have to admit, I wish it was me, because that's a great account, and it's not me. Now, there are some imposters out there. There's Will Campbell lover now. There's Travion Henderson lover.
There's a Gonzo one.
It's gotten a little bit out of hand. Like, Drake May lover is the OG, and I wish it was me, because he does a great job.
The
Like,
best part to
great
me
account.
are the T-shirts that he sells, and
really?
it's just
I love
Drake May, like the I love New York design, but way less artistry in the font.
Right.
It's literally just like a generic
right.
impact font
Yeah.
from Microsoft Word with like
You just
awkward
use the like
spacing.
built-in design your own
It's
T-shirt.
so funny, and they're everywhere. The kids love these shirts.
Yeah, so we were at
taking that money.
the Bruins game, was that last week, and they showed a kid on the Jumbotron that was wearing the Drake May lover T-shirt. The place erupted, and like I was like, he's not even here.
Well, that happened at the Celtics game too, when Drake and Will Campbell were at the Celtics game, and they showed them on the screen. And then shout out to the TD Garden production crew, because they instantly cut to kids wearing the I Love Drake May T-shirts.
That must be like kind of weird though, right? That like is nice that like he has such a obsessed fan base, but like
Nobody in the Lazarmy has I Love Evan Lazar shirt.
no, but like, do you think it gets a little weird? Like he's not even there at this Bruins game, and there's kids walking around wearing these T-shirts.
Yeah.
Well,
Must be
listen,
so
this-
weird.
Good,
to
we've
see.
captured the
There's
youth.
nothing wrong with unabashed fandom,
No,
right?
grown adults wearing
no.
jerseys. It's fine.
Swifties.
Have you seen
all that.
Mrs. May's TikTok
hilarious,
ninja.
too.
Like, I mean,
That's
we're
hilarious.
getting
all the recipes.
Let's give him some space.
The
all right.
comments, the comments on.
Don't
the
let him have too
recipes.
much, but let him have
He's
as
the
much
guy.
as he wants.
Yeah.
He's the guy.
Rub his tummy after.
Christian's in L.A. What's up, Christian?
Hey, you guys! What an amazing press conference with Gronk. It just brought back so many incredible memories of watching him play, and some of the energy that he brought to the team. He lit the stadium up every time he walked in. You know, every time they went to Gronk on the sideline. No matter if we were winning or losing, you kind of just thought, yeah, just put Gronk in. Let's go, put Gronk in. You know, so it was great to see him and to hear him be joyful, and see him enjoying his life after football. Is one of those things as a fan, watching from the outside, you watch these kids who are somewhat younger than us, you know, right? Paul and Fred. You watch these kids come in the league, you watch them take off, you watch them get a personality, and you watch them grow up. And it's like kind of being a parent, right? Because they belong to us because they're Patriot players. So that was just really amazing. But on to football. I really want to nitpick about us not being able to score in the third and fourth quarter, or mid third quarter to and fourth quarter. It's really bothered me, and I know it's going to come back and haunt us. And also, I wanted to have you guys address why we're having such problems in the red zone from like the 15 or 10 in. Thank you, guys. I'll take it off the air.
All right, thanks.
If they had to score in the fourth quarter against Tennessee, against Cleveland, against Carolina.
A couple of them, you have to know the context. They did take their foot off the gas.
Like, if they absolutely needed to keep scoring because the other team was also scoring.
Yeah, I'm a little in between. Yeah,
they would have
agree
kept
with you.
scoring.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's nothing because I do feel like their offense hasn't been as good in the second half in general as it has in the first half, but I'm not necessarily concerned yet. And what are the red zone numbers?
They're last in the league in red zone defense.
No, offense.
Offense?
He was asking, yeah.
Oh, he was asking offense?
Scoring.
He was saying, why are they having so much problems from the 15 in? And I didn't realize that was an issue.
I thought he was talking about defense. I don't think that's
I think he was talking about offense.
Oh, I don't think that's been a huge issue on offense.
I didn't either.
I mean, in this game, I think I mentioned this
He threw a
yesterday.
pick in the end zone.
Tampa Bay came into the game. They had only allowed one goal line rushing touchdown the entire season. So running the ball in on this Bucs defense is as hard as any defense in football. So I'm not surprised that like the sequence before the half, like that they got stuffed a couple times before they finally threw it in on fourth down. But the red zone defense has been bad.
Yeah,
that's a concern. Yeah.
Quick one before we get to the picks.
Gotta hurry.
Let's see. Curtis in St. Louis. He wants us to redraft 2024 quarterbacks. So the order was Williams, Daniels, May, Penix, McCarthy, Nix. How would you reorder that one?
It's hard not to say May first.
May first. Mine, Caleb Williams would be second.
I would go Williams, Daniels.
Yeah. Third.
Probably Nix. Penix, McCarthy, because I haven't seen anything from McCarthy yet, but that's not his fault.
That's
He's
pretty
been hurt
much
a
what
lot.
I'd say.
Yeah.
I might put Penix ahead of Nix.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
I might put McCarthy ahead of Penix. I think Penix has been bad.
Okay. But I think
But your list though, you could put whoever you want.
I think May is the consensus number one, and I think Jaden Daniels number two, right? For
I
everybody.
I would have Williams too.
I don't like
Oh no,
Daniels
Williams
three.
too. I'm sorry, Williams.
No, I mean a lot of people would have Daniels ahead.
No, I would have Williams too because of I think he's showing more potential.
I still worry about his attitude, but yeah.
It's a bummer that some of the concerns about Jaden Daniels' durability are starting to show up, and I don't know if it's necessarily because he's the way he's built. Like I think it's more about the running than it is necessarily that he's a more slender guy, because Lamar's like a pretty slender guy too, and you know
he got hurt.
He does get hurt a little bit, but not like, you know, he still has 2 MVPs. I don't like redrafting as an exercise. I don't enjoy it.
Why?
You have more hang-ups.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't.
Why is that? You can't have you
For
can't.
someone that loves the draft so much.
I don't care for it.
Once
can't
it's done,
second
Won't
guess yourself.
participate.
No, that's all.
All right, it's that time of the week. And Paul, you're going to tell us how we did last week and how we are doing overall.
All right, big shocker
Shwaka.
last week. Evan
Wow.
10-4.
That's why he's here today.
Wow.
Blind squirrel finds a nut.
I won the picks last year, but blind squirrel.
Followed by everybody else at 9-5.
Everybody was 9-5. Wow.
The whole team got 9-5.
The whole store got the flu. With the spread, this is a little bit more impressive.
Oh.
Evan again 10-4.
Ooh.
But unlike the overall, where we're all just one game behind,
Oh, no.
significant gap. Mike and Alex 7-7, Paul and Fred 6-8.
Ooh.
So 10-4 when the next best record is 3 games worse. That's saying something.
Evan.
So
Big week for Evan.
Here are your updated standings. Overall, Alex maintains her lead at 101-47-1. Fred 97-51-1. Mike 95-53-1. Paul 90-58-1, and Evan 88-60-1. With the spread, it's Fred Kirsch's world, and we're all just living in it. 82-67, followed by Alex 74-75, Paul 73-76, Evan 72-77, and Mike 66-83.
Six pack.
You might have
See,
to start
me,
selling your Gronk jerseys.
I'm actually 0-0 because I'm never here for
Right.
this segment,
Yeah.
so it doesn't really count.
You don't get to have the well poisoned by Alex and I.
Yeah, I don't really.
Actually, that's more me.
No,
than
right.
Alex.
it doesn't count.
All right, let's get going. We have to hurry because it's a short week.
The only one.
No banter.
Only one bye, too.
Short week.
Oh.
So we're going to skip
believe.
over the Patriots on Thursday night. And we're going to move to Sunday morning at 9:30.
So it's really nice of them to have a 9:30 game on a red zone Sunday, Mike.
Started off right.
This
You're looking
is
forward to it.
a
I'm not
game
sure I'm
in
gonna be
Madrid.
awake, I'm not gonna lie.
So the first ever game in Spain for the NFL.
España.
It's the 3-7 Commanders at the 3-7 Dolphins
That'll sell it internationally.
on NFL Network.
Dolphins by 2.5.
Mariota?
Dolphins by 2.5.
Mariota.
Yeah, no.
Or is it Mariota?
I think I'm gonna go with the Dolphins here. I feel like they seem like they're not dead. I saw the post locker room celebration. Seemed like they're pretty excited. Mike McDaniel cruising around, trolling Buffalo fans, which I did see after you guys told me about that. So I'll go with Miami, international Miami.
I'm gonna too. I don't really know why. Probably because I was so agonized to not take them against the spread last week, and then it played out exactly as I feared.
What happened?
He didn't just take him against the spread, this guy.
I know.
Took him
I
outright.
didn't trust my gut.
I like how Mike McDaniel blamed his spotting at the elbow room on AI, and it was very clearly Mike McDaniel at the elbow
I
room.
do live in the area. AI is for real.
And also the elbow room is nasty. Like, I don't like that place.
Should be called the ass room. It stinks in there.
I wonder when the last time they cleared the floors is.
2003, maybe?
There's a live stream where you can just watch what's going on in the
No
elbow
Socks
room
loves the
24/7.
Oh, yeah.
Loves the
Well,
ass.
sometimes I check the live stream when we play down in Miami to see if No Socks is there.
Every time I go by there, because, like it's open air kind of,
Yep.
it's just so packed.
Yep.
It doesn't look fun.
It isn't.
It
isn't fun.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I was going to say, I thought we had to hurry.
Miami.
Yeah, I didn't expect to be doing this, but Miami.
Yeah.
The Washington injuries are real, and
Yep.
Miami obviously still playing hard. That was a big win for
I'll
them last
go
week.
with Miami as well, setting up that big showdown for later in the season.
Between
nothing.
Between who?
Us and the Miami.
Oh, jeez.
Week 17.
I'm not even sure they're going to show up.
Sunday at
January?
1. Sunday at 1 on Fox. The 5-5 Panthers against the 3-6 Falcons.
Falcons by 3.5.
Oof.
Can't figure these teams out.
I know.
Yeah, no kidding.
These
right?
are two tough ones.
Yeah, I know. Carolina fell back to earth last week, huh, Paul? I'm going to take Atlanta.
No, they just played a normal game for them.
I'll take Atlanta. I'll lay the points on Atlanta at home.
I'll take Atlanta only because they're at home.
Losing to Tyler Shuck is probably the one of the sneaky upsets. Like, Carolina's kind of looking okay, and to lose to
They
that.
had a chance
Kinda
to be,
looking okay.
They had a chance to be 6-4.
Yeah.
Like a game behind Tampa.
Yeah, and they
And
lost
they lose at home
to the Saints
to Tyler Shuck.
who's like
Shuck.
a 35-year-old rookie. Like, I just, but I'm gonna take the Panthers because I feel like this is them.
Yeah,
I feel like
right.
they're just gonna be seesawing all
Yeah.
season long.
That's a good pick.
I thought about it. I'm not going to. I'm going to take Atlanta because of that 30-0 beatdown the Panthers gave them earlier, and I think that might snap the Falcons into a little focus. I'm going to take Atlanta, but I agree with Fred and Evan. It's
Folks,
not a bad pick.
Watch and learn. This is how you win the picks contest. You take Atlanta to win, but you take the points.
Oh,
that's how you win.
Take the hook.
Yep.
The hook.
I still don't know what that means.
Sunday at 1.
Half a point. So you lose by a field goal, but you win because of the half.
Okay.
Why is it a hook, though?
That's what they call it. I don't know. Why do you call all the things that you call?
There's
Sharps and everything else.
something because you're sharp.
That's
Why
what
is it a
they
hook?
refer to that half point as the hook.
Well, I don't understand why it's because it's bait.
Don't know.
It baits you into
There
betting.
you go.
It.
That's as good as any.
Take the hook.
This is add that one to the glossary,
See,
Alex.
I missed this Panther. You know?
Fishing term.
He's just the brilliance, the simplicity, and the brilliance of Fred Kirsch.
Listen,
So impressive.
And the houses do call me.
It's so impressive. Houses.
Sunday at 1. It's a throwback game for Buffalo, apparently from the logo. Tampa Bay 6-3 at Buffalo 6-3.
Buffalo by 5.5.
That's a tough one, man.
Oh yeah,
good game though.
Buffalo by 5.5.
I'm gonna watch this probably.
Window. Watch your fingers,
Shoot.
Buffalo fans.
I'm gonna go with Buffalo, but I'm gonna take the points, please, for Tampa Bay. I think Baker makes it a little close, but
Baker bakes.
Baker bakes.
Is Tampa's injury situation a little better this week?
Maybe not.
Bucky.
My guess would be yes.
Bucky's coming back
for obvious reasons.
I'm gonna take Buffalo. Get right game. I think the Bucks cover.
I think I agree with Alex. I think Bills win, Bucks cover, close game. But I'm with Fred. That window,
fingers.
That
Watch the
the
fingers.
seat on Sean McDermott's getting a little toasty
Would they ever
in
bring Dable
Orchard
back?
Park.
Bring Dable back?
I would not.
No, I don't think they would, but
I mean, as the head coach, if
Yeah.
they fire him, that could be.
if they lose the division to the Patriots, that region is going to be up in
I
flames.
saw one.
They would
you
have
know,
to go to the Super
One
Bowl.
Bills, one Bills fan who has a large following on social said, "Can you imagine? It's more likely the Patriots win a Super Bowl before the Bills win."
That would be amazing.
We did a whole rebuild
Oh, man. That'd be so good.
with their generational talent at quarterback.
Yep.
Our
I will-
quarterback's better.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Patriots have a generational quarterback. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that in front of Evan.
Yeah,
only
only he can say
No,
that.
yeah, no,
You're not a
I just
national.
wanna- I said you
wanna
guys
a-
could say that.
I just wanted to ask her permission first.
Yeah.
Buffalo. I'm going to take Buffalo to, as Alex said, in a get right game. So I will lay the points.
I would love to pick Tampa Bay outright here. I can't do it. My feelings say Buffalo does rally around the coach and all that stuff and come back, but I will take the points just so that if Tampa Bay does win or comes close, I can still have some joy out of this game. Sunday at 1, it's the Chargers at 7-3 against the 5-4 Jaguars. Very disappointing Jaguars.
That was an unbelievable collapse last week. The LAC, 3-point favorites on the road.
I think.
But a legendary collapse by the Jags.
Yeah, I think they're.
19-point lead in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think they're shook. I think that's something that
Oof.
not Tyler Shook.
Chuck.
I'm going to take the LAC.
Like an
Shuck and
oyster.
duck.
and I'm gonna lay the points.
Like you shuck a clam.
Same.
Like
I'm gonna.
Chaka Khan.
I think they're the paper Jaguars, and I think I'm gonna take the Chargers both ways. I think the Jaguars are frauds, fraudulent team.
I missed Evan.
You're taking the
Pick
Jaguars?
segment.
No, I'm taking the Chargers both ways.
Chargers. I'm going to take the Chargers as well. Just the physicality, too much for Jacksonville.
I am taking the Jaguars to win the game.
Too much.
So there.
Trevor Lawrence.
Upset lock of the week or not quite?
Not a lock.
Okay.
Just a feel, not a
Paper
lock.
Jaguars.
I'll let you know when it's a
Just a
lock.
tingling.
I'll let you
Yeah,
know.
you'll know.
Sunday at 1, Chicago 6-3 at Minnesota 4-5.
Ben Johnson.
Minnesota by 3.
Really?
If I'm Chicago, I'm upset about that.
Me too, and that's why
No respect.
I'm gonna take
no respect.
I'm gonna take Chicago, the upset on the road. JJ McCarthy I hate hardo guys. They just look like they're putting on
Who
the
stink.
act. It's like he's so serious about
me too.
everything.
What do the Sharps know about this? Because
Right.
we're all thinking, oh, Chicago should win this game. Yet Minnesota is favored by 3. What do they know? What's going
Alex, what do they know?
What do they know?
I don't know, but whatever they know, I'm
what
gonna
they know. I
rock
don't
with
know
it.
it.
It's freezing here. I got to imagine it's freezing
Does
there.
Minnesota have Chicago's number overall? Probably. In
This
the
game
last
will
5
be played
years.
inside, Alex.
Oh, yeah, duh, it's at Minnesota.
Yes, making
Thank you.
Yep, full context.
Oh, he
I'll
says
take-
condescendingly.
I did not say
No.
that.
I
that
know
was,
when Evan's condescending.
That was not condescending at all.
I hear him
Evan's a
speak
little afraid of
condescending
Alex. I
every
don't
day.
think he would condescend to her.
He's afraid of women, but
Aren't we all?
I am afraid of being accused of mansplaining. That does worry me.
It's
Minnesota.
Evansplaining.
I was going to say, you mansplained to me and Mike.
That's not mansplaining. You're men.
There was funny one time Evan was like started telling me something about the Bruins about like their power play, and he's like, I probably don't need to explain this to you.
Evan's very self-aware.
I don't know if you know, but he did man PP
If
too.
Evan
That's
is
like when I
nothing
start
else,
in a-
he's self-aware.
Yeah, that's when I start in about baseball. And Paul's like, all right.
See, the pitcher needs to get on the mound.
All right.
We gotta hurry.
Who you picking?
I just said it. You weren't listening.
Yeah.
Vikings.
I was getting mansplained.
That's fair.
So I'll mansplain
Minnesota.
this, Fred, of why the Vikings are favored. I would assume it is Brian Flores against Caleb Williams that the Sharps are worried about.
There you go.
His
Okay.
defense.
He sat on this until
against-
Alex picked
Yeah,
out.
100%. Against Caleb, like,
Any edge you can get.
is he going to be able to, read the coverage and the rush? But I'm going to stick with my guy, Ben Johnson, because he's cooking just like Mike Vrabel. And, we were both right in that argument because Ben Johnson might also be a good head coach.
Yeah.
So I'm taking the Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to take Chicago too. I'm not surprisingly, I'm not as perplexed by the spread. I think Chicago has been a bottom dweller for a long time, and
Not now.
we'll see if they can win a division game.
Yeah.
Haven't really shown that they can do that.
I'd be upset if I was a Bears fan.
But I will take Chicago to see if they can keep it going.
I'm going to go with Chicago as well. Sunday at 1 on Fox, the 5-3-1 Packers are at the 2-8 interim coached Giants.
Talk about teams that are tough to figure. Packers by 7.5.
Jackson Dart, he's still in the concussion.
I don't know, but you get the
didn't
fired
they-
coach bump.
Yeah.
I think
It's
they
gonna
said
be
Winston
Jameis. He's-
is the starter.
Jameis. Oh,
Eating W's.
I love me some Jameis Winston.
Not starting Russell Wilson, huh?
Yeah, no, he got. Yeah, Jameis is the
You
backup.
know what though? Green Bay is as
They put
up and
Wilson
down
in
as
last
anybody.
week.
I'm
Maybe
going
they
to
should've
take Green
done
Bay, and I'm gonna lay the points. This is, I feel like, one of those good Green Bay weeks where everybody's like, "Oh, Jordan Love, he's back."
It's also that time of year we have to start looking at weather.
Yeah.
Whether that's going to be a factor.
Probably a little.
Some games.
Supposed to be rainy, I think.
I'll let you know.
Weather the weather.
Green
Rainy.
Bay. Green Bay.
Yeah, I'm going Green Bay too. I think Green Bay only play when they play a good team. I don't know if they're as good as the good team, but when they play these bad teams, I like
way to
the
put it.
Packers. Yeah.
So I will take Green Bay to win. I will take the points. I am thinking of Green Bay losing to Cleveland,
Yeah, it's a good.
Green Bay losing to Carolina, and I'm thinking at home, the Giants keep it close.
Reasonable.
I disagree. I
Jameis
think Green
picks.
Bay covers this game.
Praying to God to
yep.
stop
I
throwing
think
pick
LaFleur
sixes.
is talking about the hot seat. I think he's feeling some
Yeah,
heat.
that's true.
Yeah.
And
Tight
Jordan
pants,
Love may not
coiffed
be
hair.
the guy.
No,
he may
no,
not be
but
the
hey,
guy.
That'd be
They've
a
given us
very
another
dumb move
Jameis
by the
Winston game though,
Packers.
so
Yeah,
I just
but I'm gonna,
grateful.
Jameis
Thank God
Winston.
for it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I got to go Green Bay all the way here. All right, I'm very eager to know the spread on this game. Sunday at 1 on CBS. The Bengals at 3-6 visit the Steelers at 5-4.
Pittsburgh by 5.5.
Wow,
Oof.
Not that.
I'm tempted right
wow,
now.
that's an interesting spread. A lot of respect for the Steelers.
They are, but Joe Flacco.
Is he playing?
Yes.
Yeah. It sounds like Burrow's not going to be. Won't be back for the Patriots. Maybe December, but he's working away.
Thanksgiving.
I'm gonna take Cincy in the upset. I'm gonna go with an upset here. I don't know, man. I feel like the Pittsburgh Steelers and Aaron Rodgers. It's gonna fall apart. I think it's already starting.
He stinks.
All right.
How do you look Sunday night?
Not good.
Same way he looks every other game.
And yet the Steelers are 5.5-point favorites. What do you make of that?
What do you make
Bengals
of
have the
that?
worst
Bengals have
defense
a
in football.
They
crappy
do, but they
defense.
score a hell of a lot of points, even with Joe Flacco.
We'll see you on the road, though. Joe Flacco in
I
Pittsburgh.
mean, the Chargers were
think that's
making
gone
fun
great.
of the Steelers' defense last week, weren't they?
Chargers were making fun of.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, they were.
What were they doing?
they had this whole wrestling thing where the Chargers were had the wrestler had the Charger thing on, and the
Oh, you're talking about social media?
Yeah, social
okay.
media.
I thought you meant the players.
No.
I was interested when I thought it was real.
Social media.
The social media.
They were making fun of the Steelers.
We're sitting here thinking it's like a post-game locker room
like-
thing. They have a wrestling
That's
belt.
what I was thinking. Like they had
when they
like
stomping on the midfield logo or something.
like locker room access. They were
Dropping the
mocking
flag.
the
No.
Steelers' defense or something like.
Chargers social media.
Yeah. Okay.
As a general rule, I don't like to bet against the Steelers at home historically.
Really?
Oh,
You've
okay.
But
philosophies. What
I
is
do.
going on
I'm
here?
picking up some
Flexing.
philosophies. And I'm going to continue that trend because I think the Bengals defense is terrible, but I think the Bengals still cover.
I wonder what the Giants' new head coach's philosophy is.
Mike Kafka.
Kafka.
No. Oh,
Get it?
okay.
Isn't Kafka a great philosopher? No.
I've heard the name Kafka, but I don't know.
I don't know. You're probably right.
Oh, please.
Ev, do you have a pick as we're running out of time?
Picking it up.
I always make fun of Fred when he says we have to hurry, but
yeah, Franz.
he's right today. We have to hurry.
I'm having anxiety knowing that we only have 10 minutes left. I'm going to take the Bengals. I think the Bengals just score a ton of points, and I don't think Pittsburgh is going to be able to keep up. And I like the Bengals in this game.
I am rooting for the Bengals big because I hate Aaron Rodgers. However, I don't like Joe Flacco in Pittsburgh.
Paul, that took a lot.
I
for
don't
you to
like
say
Joe
that, I feel
Flacco in
like.
Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is going to win the game. I'll take the points just in case. I'll do a Fred, so
Yep.
I'll feel good
Hedge.
either way.
Smart move, Paul. Pittsburgh, but I'll take the points.
That's probably the right
Also
Sunday-
following Alex's philosophies.
Yeah.
That's probably the right pick, but I just really want the Steelers to lose.
Sunday at 1 on Fox. It's 4-5 Houston at 1-8 Tennessee.
Houston by 7.5.
Davis Mills again, or
Titans could score negative points against that defense.
That's very true.
Wow.
For those wondering, I hope the Giants aren't adopting the Kafka philosophy. Franz Kafka is famous for his surreal and anxiety-filled stories that explore themes of alienation, existential dread, and overwhelming bureaucracy.
Sounds like my life.
That's Microsoft
Dread.
Copilot.
I'll take
Male
I'll take
loneliness
Houston.
crisis.
Existential dread.
I'll
That's
take
Paul in a
Houston.
nutshell.
Lay the points.
Damn.
Houston.
Texans defense dominant.
Houston Texans.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Texans as well. How about Davis Mills?
How about
A little scrappy last
Sure.
week.
Running.
Stanford's best.
How about acid rain? I'm going to take Houston both ways as well. That's a line from Best of Times, by the way.
I don't know what that is.
It's a movie.
Yeah, Houston both ways for me as well. We move to 405.
It's a household
The
name.
6-4 49ers at the 3-6 Cardinals.
Niners by 2.5 on the road.
Oh, man.
This is an interesting
Mac
spread.
Jones.
I was so mad at myself for taking San Francisco over the Rams last week. It was just stupidity. I just don't know why I did it. But, Arizona,
You have
it's
to
like they're
remember who
falling
I
Gotta
apart.
hurry.
Jacoby Brissett.
Some things never change
It's like
over there.
battle of Patriots quarterbacks over the last few years. Shoot, give me the upset at home. I'll take Arizona plus 2.5.
Oh, well, to win?
Yeah.
Wow,
I
look at
know.
you.
That's a bold
I know.
pick.
I love how Deuce's picking parlance has not changed. He just goes back and forth for 30 seconds.
You can see, you can feel the wheels turning. You know?
Yeah.
Everyone knows I have no idea what
Niners.
Yeah, Mac Jones.
Yep.
So I watched Arizona play one of the least competitive games of football I've ever seen last week against Seattle. For that reason, I will take the Cardinals. 'Cause
Really?
Teams can't be that bad 2 weeks in a row.
Okay.
Oh, I like how
I think they can. I'll take the 49ers. 405 on Fox, the 7-2 Seahawks.
Yeah.
Against the 7-2 Rams.
Now this is a game.
Now
This
this
is
is
a
a
game.
football game, folks.
The Lar by 2.5. This should be a good
Ooh.
game.
The Lar,
I'm
really?
torn on this one. I'm, closet
They're at
Seattle fan.
How
I mean,
good
probably
is the
more Seattle
Seahawks?
fans, but-
Yeah, I mean, according to like DVOA, this is like 1 versus 2. These are like the 2 best teams in the league right now.
Yep.
You know what? I'm gonna put my fan hat on, and I'm gonna go with Seattle on the road. I'm gonna go with the upset. Try to make a move here.
It's 2.5 or 3.5.
2.5.
Can't even really hedge
Negligible.
You could hedge if you want.
here. Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
No.
You might as well just
Rams,
pick it
Rams.
outright.
So, Fred, it's 2.5, but the Seahawks are on the road. So it's really.
Oh, you haven't been here. It's actually it's different now.
But so it's really a toss-up, is what they're saying.
Yeah, it's about a toss-up.
After 10 years of me telling him that that's not a thing,
There's no more
finally
3-point
acknowledged
home
it.
They said it,
advantage.
they told me it's still a thing. It's just not 3 anymore. It's more like 2.
It's okay. I'm going Seattle. I think Seattle's played like the best team in the league. I'm not saying they are, but I think they've played that way. And in regular season, I think that they kind of get up for this game to kind of prove themselves, and I take Seattle.
I'm sticking with my Rams. At home, I think they get the job done, but I agree that Seattle has played the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will go with the Rams as well. Division game. Sunday, 4:25, CBS, 4-5, Baltimore at 2-7, Cleveland.
Baltimore by 8.5.
Ooh,
Cleveland has played them a little tough though in the past.
Yeah, but I don't think they've got. But
Yeah. I can't bet on that. I continue to think Baltimore is gonna just continue to surge. So I'll take Baltimore, and I'll actually lay the points.
You're gonna lay those points.
Yeah, I'm gonna lay them.
Yeah, me too.
Me too. I think Baltimore is going to get hot.
Me too.
Yeah. I normally don't like to lay that many points in a division game, especially on the road, but I will do it because of Dylan Gabriel, Baltimore.
So here's the thing, Paul.
So
You're
fair.
right to think that, but when the houses give you that spread with a division game, listen. So lay the points.
Well, Carol
Take
Burnett.
Baltimore.
So when it's a division,
When it's a division game,
opponent and a big
the
spread,
houses know that
they
funny
know
things
something.
happen,
Okay.
but when it's a
Did you
big
see
spread,
that
they
throw
know
that
something.
Dylan Gabriel made last week that looked like a spike, but it wasn't a spike?
We have to hurry.
No, I saw the
Sunday
one
at
he threw up in the air.
4:25.
Yeah, that one was bad.
On CBS, Kansas City is playing Denver. Guess where?
Denver?
In Denver.
What?
Of course. 5-4 Chiefs at the 8-2 Broncos.
Ooh.
Kansas City by 3.5.
That's annoying.
Yeah, I like that. I feel the same way about Kansas City and Baltimore. I'm on Kansas City now. I will take them over Bo Nix, even though really, good game against this defense. Against Denver's defense, Patrick Mahomes. That's a good matchup, worth watching. But I'm going to go with KC.
How many points?
3.5.
3.5.
For that reason, Mike, I will take the Chiefs, but Broncos cover at
Wow.
in another home game.
Okay.
I don't think the Chiefs just win.
Threading the needle.
I think the
Send a
Chiefs
message.
win big.
Wow.
Because I think Denver
It's
is,
in Denver.
You want Denver to be bad.
No, I just think they are bad.
Oh.
Well, their offense and Bo Nix.
Their offense has really struggled.
And so I think that Kansas City rolls in Denver.
Evan kind of made a convincing argument, so I was kind of on the fence, but I will take the Chiefs both ways because that offense.
Yeah. I'll be
not
rooting
been
hard
good.
for Denver, but Chiefs win. Sunday, 8:20 on NBC and Universo, and the Peacock probably. The 6-3 Lions are at the 7-2 Eagles.
Good game. Another good game.
I gotta watch the Eagles again.
Philly by 1.5. But you're not interested in watching AJ Brown pout?
I think the Eagles are the most boring good team I've ever seen.
They're up there.
I agree, and I think they're going to lose. I will take the Lions in the upset.
I'll take the Lions just because I like them.
Do something with you. I think the Eagles are a snoozer every single week. Every time they're on offense, it puts me to sleep. I'm taking the Lions.
I'm taking the Lions for the reason that you guys, because I like them and I don't like Philadelphia.
Who doesn't love Dan Campbell? Is he the most likable coach in the NFL?
Second most.
Calling plays now.
Behind Vrabel.
Yeah.
Right. Vrabel also
I thought you were gonna
kicked
say
his ass
Kyle.
in a Fight.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, but
But for
how
other
can you
reasons.
not
You're
like
taking the Lions?
I'm taking the Lions. Monday night on ESPN, ESPN Plus, probably a bunch of other things too. Dallas is at 3-5-1. They're at
Why?
the Vegas Raiders at 2-7.
Great that we get Dallas on another Monday night.
can-
Twice
You don't
in
get
3
enough
weeks.
of primetime
The
games for
Cowboys.
Dallas.
Dallas by 3.5 on
Dallas
the road.
by 3.5 on the road.
And that Raiders team too. Ugh.
Sure, I'll take Dallas. Why not?
Reluctantly. I'll take Dallas too.
Yeah, me too.
You know what?
What?
I'm in, dire straits. Give me Vegas outright.
Wow. Okay,
An
Paul.
autumn win.
Yeah, I'll take the Cowboys.
I don't like when he does that. He does that because he wants to go so he can get a game on
So,
us.
yeah,
you know,
strategy.
Gaming
yeah,
it.
I know,
no.
but he's taking
No.
a risk there.
Just pick the team you think is gonna win.
I agree. The integrity of the contest
Yeah.
would indicate
The two
that,
of you
and I
should
agree.
really write
Yeah.
a book on like game
But
theory and strategy. For
it's not.
picks.
I really think it could happen. I think Dallas is terrible defense, and every once in a while
Fair enough.
Vegas has a good, Brock Bowers catches like 100 passes for 150 yards.
No, he does.
All right. Now we go all the way back to tomorrow night, Thursday,
He did it against
8:15 on
Jacksonville, too. They
Prime.
just lost 'cause
The
they didn't get the
2-7
2-point
Jets
conversion.
at the 8-2
Patriots by
AFC
11
East
and a half.
leading Patriots.
11 and a half.
11 and a half.
Biggest,
Damn.
biggest spread of the week.
How
Yeah.
long has it been since the Patriots were 11 and a half points favored?
Jacksonville,
Jackson,
last game of the season of Mac
Yeah.
Jones' rookie year.
50
Okay.
burger. I'm
Urban
gonna go
Meyer
with
was-
New England. I just think they do enough to win. Just slowly, methodically pull away. 24-6.
Good score.
28-9.
9.
I'm saying 31-10 New England Patriots.
I would love that.
Mike's score is way off. I have 23-6 Patriots. I do not think this game will be competitive.
Patriots lay the points, obviously. 47-3.
47-3.
Wow.
I love that. I love the confidence.
Let's
in
go.
that pick.
Let's just bury these guys. Let's,
Does my point do I have them covering?
Yes.
Okay.
let's bury the
I
Jets.
have to make sure. I'm not good at
You
math.
said 28-9, right?
Yeah.
That's not close.
All right. We
It's only
hurry,
11
and
and a
it's
half.
2 o'clock. How about
28.
that?
Okay.
All right.
I'm not good at math.
Tomorrow night, be here. Pre-game show starts at 7? Okay.
7?
Somewhere
You
around,
guys even
around there.
know?
Well, I have to do another thing at 6:51.
Yeah, so 7 o'clock, the pregame show starts. Then we have the game. Then we'll have the postgame show. So be there. No Patriots Unfiltered tomorrow because it's a game day, but we will have the pregame show at 7. Enjoy the game. Enjoy the win. Have a good weekend.
Enjoy
We'll see you next
Francisco's
Tuesday.
predictions.
Oh, what? Hey, this is Alex. Thanks for tuning into the show. If you really want to help us, make sure you like us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Also, make sure you follow us on the New England Patriots YouTube channel to see this show and everything else we do here at the Patriots. Thanks a lot.